How's everybody doing now?
Oh, I guess right after high school, ended up joining the army.
You guys seem way more chill than that intro. I'm gonna take the fucking country back. I don't even live there.
Dude, we should get a boxing match going.
Smack the shit out of
That sounded wrong. I have to highlight that one. Oh,
Stay the hell out of the left lane if you're not passing.
you're so salty about this charge.
Finally, a law that I can get you from. You're driving in the left lane, it's punishable by death.
You don't have to have a massive channel to make an impact, you know?
Steve, you smoke like a girl.
Goalie's there. What?
I do not sound like Jalen.
Do I drop the wheelchair jokes? He's like, just fuck him.
You know, that's what the whole freedom of speech is.
That's a good point. Everybody gets a
You don't have to agree with it, but you best defend their right to do it.
You don't know your rights, you don't have any.
We just got a bidet.
The Constitution doesn't give you rights, you have natural.
Bidet will change your life.
But the Constitution protects you.
You'll never go back.
Well, funny bastard, he ruined it for everything.
I bet he wanted to knock him up.
It's because they are raised identity to teach these government nerds that all swear an oath to it what our freedoms are because they're so lazy they don't. I had a fun night. I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. You know, don't live on the past or take the present for granted and only think about the future. People are wearing blinders. They don't understand what. I'm not going to apologize for that.
Calling him an idiot.
I'm really disappointed in you.
Something just didn't agree on.
And all my money on you.
I'm guilty of inciting my constitutional right.
They don't like, they don't like. Love y'all. Next.
You know, never please everything.
I don't think that God sees different races.
We lost a lot of people during COVID, and most of them are still alive.
There's lots of weird stuff going on here.
Close your eyes if you're squeamish. And shout out to LSP and Dave's Not Here, man. You guys were very generous with the super chats, and I love you guys and
Appreciate everyone in chat. It's fun to talk about things and try to figure things out.
Welcome to Harloha and Dave's Not Here, man.
We've talked about just some crazy stuff tonight. I love to see different people's takes on different subjects. Much love to you all. Stay prayed up, man. God is good. Love each other and be kind.
much love, much aloha, and most important, God bless.
Deep in the YouTube stream we dive. Real connections keep us alive. Comments echo through the night. Spread the love, it feels
that's
so
a banger
right.
right there.
Aloha, everyone, and welcome to Steve and Dave's Night Here, man. And I'm glad Snooks is in the chat because we have a special guest with us tonight. Goes by the name of James is here. What's up, brother?
What's going on? It's great to be here, guys. Thanks for having me.
What's up,
Thanks
brother?
for coming, man. I haven't seen you in a long time, man.
Too long, bro.
Yep. How about you, Dave? How you been, brother?
I'm doing all right. I'm trying to keep the grandkid from grabbing grandma's leg. He's trying to yank her out of bed. He's trying to say hi. Come on, bud. No, I'm doing okay, man. It's been a long week. How about you?
Good. Busy week, but not plumbing wise, unfortunately. I've been slow with that work.
All right, my boys are all over here. It's my birthday today. As much as I don't want to admit it, I'm the big 5-0. Nobody knows that. I'm the big 50 years old. Well, my boys came over to see me. I'm gonna stand over here. I'm gonna throw them all up real quick. You guys ready?
Do it.
Come on in. Come on in. This is Josh. Oh, Josh.
How's it going?
This is Andrew. Get that light out of here. That's my boy Brian, my oldest.
Hey, Brian, what's up? Hey, guys. But, Brian, do you remember me, Brian?
Oh,
I think, you can't hear me. Brian was like 9.
Second, I gotta pull my mic off.
Looks like a police lineup.
It does, especially because they can't hear nothing. They're all sitting there like, what are we going to jail for, man?
It was the one in the middle.
Oh, now we can't hear you, Dave.
All right.
Oh, I muted. There you go.
All right, there you go.
There you go.
Guys, come in down a little bit so they can see your beautiful faces. There they
That's
are.
three boys.
That's the crew.
What's all their ages now? I can't remember. I know Brian's the oldest, right?
Ash is 26. 24. 24, 27, 24. Andrew's 20, 21. This guy's 29, 30, 17.
See, I haven't seen Brian since he was like 8 or 9 years old.
Journeyman carpenter on his way. Where'd he go? The other guy who doesn't stay around. He's going to be journeyman carpenter. Also journeyman carpenter coming up soon. So
nice.
They just wanted to say hello. And they all got the good beards. Say hi, James.
We can't hear to your children. Yes. Hi. I know them.
James is like, I just seen you guys the other day, man. Wait.
I'm glad they're all carpenters because I need some stuff built.
See, we both look like Dan Campbell. All right, here.
All right, I gotta be.
Yeah, they do.
All right, we're good.
You and Andrew both look like the Lions coach.
That's right. Love you guys.
See you guys.
All right.
It's like we all want to paint your beards.
Thank you, Margaret. Appreciate you.
All right. I'm gonna play something real quick before we start out, but let me see for a sec. This is for you, Dave. I haven't even heard it yet. I just put it together. But you ready? Y'all ready for this? I don't know which one to play. I'll just do this one. Here we go.
Happy birthday, Dave. Happy birthday, you old man. Happy birthday today. Happy you old man. Happy birthday, Dave. Happy birthday, Dave. Happy birthday, brother, with much love. Many you old man, you old man. Happy birthday, Dave. Happy birthday, Dave.
All right. Happy birthday, brother. You know I love you.
All right. That was crazy. So this is the birthday. This is a birthday card I got. Birthdays are like cheap underwear.
What does it say on the inside?
They keep creeping up on you.
Yeah, ain't that the truth though, man?
Yes, they do. Take a good look at that poor man. He got the juicy squirts going on back there, it looks like. Anyway.
Say hi to everyone in chat real quick. Wow, look at all these great people here, man. We got Snooks and Wildlife, Camellia, Bonnie's, Kathy Long Beach. Aloha, hey. Kathy, how you been? See, we got As If, my brother As If at your business. Camo Caro, good to see you again. It's been about 12 hours.
I haven't seen Carl in a while. Where is he?
Margaret.
Was he on Colas?
Yeah, Colas last night. Oh. Yep. And then Ken's here. What's up, Red Pill? Anarchy Television. Aloha, Wingnut. Yeah, so, man, we were having an awesome conversation backstage, but I don't know the YouTube rules on if we're allowed to keep talking about that. So.
Yeah, we all had to get dressed.
Yeah. Put the tape measure away. I won. For sure.
I wasn't going there. Holy crap. I thought I was just showing you how low my moobs had sunk since I turned 50.
Oh, you were showing us the underwear creeping up your...
Come in.
He's complaining about his eggs being dried up, Steve.
Check it out. I got little Megan here. Come on in here. Say hi.
Megan looks like her mom.
Come
Hi,
in
Meg.
closer. Closer. Look at that. Got the pie.
Oh, now he's gonna flash food in front of us, James.
Oh
That's how
yeah.
he is. That's how he is, huh?
Meg is awesome. I don't even think she's related to Dave at all. But
Probably not.
she's wonderful.
Probably the mailman. Thank you, baby. Yeah.
So
So
before we start talking about a topic and get into it, I know that. Well, I think everyone, but at least most people in chat love you, James. So I was just wondering if anyone had any questions for James before we get into a topic.
I got a question real quick that we always ask every new guest. If you want to do the honors?
Yeah, do you believe in in ghosts, aliens, and or Bigfoot, or all three?
I believe in ghosts, and yes, I think that there are spirits. Aliens? No, I don't believe that there are aliens. What was the other one?
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. No, I don't. In the sense that we think of, most people consider Bigfoot like a thing walking around in the woods or whatever. No, I don't think that Bigfoot actually exists.
Too blurry.
No, I don't believe in Bigfoot.
I think Bigfoot's real just from some of the women I've dated.
Right. I was gonna say there was a minivan involved. I think we were with Bigfoot that night.
I'm not gonna say nothing else. Stop it right there.
I can't remember what I did yesterday, but I remember something from 32 years ago.
You know what's really weird? Why do we remember every word to the songs we used to listen to from 30 years ago? Every single word.
That's not my experience. Most people I know, they don't know the words at all. They just go la 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 blah la la blah la la.
They just know the main like two words, and then the rest is like,
yes,
it's like I get knocked down, I get knocked down.
Yep, absolutely.
And I get dumb again. I tried to move the rock and it fell again.
Now I have to say before we get started though, just being here in general, I've just been really reclusive, the last couple of months, man. Just not wanting to do a whole lot. So just being available was kind of going out on a limb. So I'm glad I'm here. I'm trying to. This whole winter is getting to me. The older I get, the more I don't like being here in Michigan.
That's what I love.
I don't want to be in Hawaii either, brother. I gotta tell you.
Yeah, besides the political part, it is paradise, but But likewise, though, man, I am very glad. When Dave told me that you might be coming up, I was super excited. So
I figured it was time. You know what I mean? We've been saying it forever.
Yeah, pastime. So I even managed to figure out how to do it. So hell, figuring it out.
Hey, say hello in the chat, James. If you can't. So I gotta I'm gonna have to
he's
find his link.
No, I'm actually. I have your stream on the on my computer. I'm streaming on my phone, so I
there
can't.
you go. So
I
yeah,
can't
you
see the chat. I appreciate the well wishes from everybody. That's very nice. I have to admit.
Just gotta grab your link somehow. People want to sub to you.
Hopkinson's in Michigan too, James.
Yeah.
Camel Carl's in Michigan.
Love Camel Carl. Good dude.
We got some good folks here. It's just the winters are getting to me, man. It got cold already. We got January winter now. We've had it for 2 weeks. It's ridiculous.
That's why I left, man. I just got so sick of it. I couldn't take it. I'm like, screw it, man.
Dude, it unsubbed me from Camel Carl.
I've been unsubbed to a few people in the last month.
I hate YouTube, man. Anyway, resubbed. Bizarre. Hey, Camellia. Nice to see you. Wolverines, my brother.
Wolverines, aloha, brother. Fortune Thaw, what's up, Chadwick? Good to see you, brother.
So what are we going to talk about to change the world tonight? We're going to make it different.
Well, we're gonna start off with this dude.
Oh, actually, we'll start off with there's this new thing that YouTube has, and it's a goal, and it's for super chat. So what it is, if I reach the goal, we all get to celebrate. And the goal is 15 super chats, and the celebration is the super chats will go for Dave's birthday and a trip to Hawaii to visit his brother Steve.
That would be sweet.
So really, me and Dave get to celebrate it, but you guys, you had something to do with it. So
what's up, Moody?
I just want to be a part of it. Same thing I told my wife on the wedding night.
What? Get out?
I just want to be there for part of it. That's all,
just part of it, not forever, just part of it.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Rome's in the house. What's up, Rome?
Rome, where you been, Rome? Aloha.
Girl.
See, James, though, the thing is, I think if you came to Hawaii, you'd be like me and you wouldn't leave just because you'd only leave in summer months to go back to Michigan. And then,
well, he's racist. He wouldn't be able to handle it.
No, racist?
Totally kidding.
The people of the Sandwich Islands? I love them.
Oh, it's everything, man. Anything you could think of here.
I can imagine.
Mostly Asian, but yeah, like, Filipino, Vietnamese, Chinese, Japanese, Samoan, Hawaiian, everything. Just
stuck halfway between America and Asia. That's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
Do that. Oh.
How long is a flight from the coast to Hawaii? 4 or 5 hours?
It sucks. I think if it's one like a non-stop flight, I think it's like 12 hours. I want 11 or 12. I'm not sure, but I always they just started doing non-stop flights. So every time I flew, it was always a layover, and anywhere from like 15 to 22 hours, depending on how long my layover was. And it's the worst, man.
Look at Forging.
Christ.
Forging pumped his victim up before the marriage with a bunch of
I only got 7 trank.
Right. Darted her first. Thanks, Kimmy.
Oh yeah, all right, Kimmy.
Oh, my bad.
Hold on, I got a new one. We're gonna play for Kimmy. You ready? Y'all ready for this?
Hey, super chat, thank you. Hey, super chat, shout out to you. Jumping up for the super chat blast. Super chat hero making this moment last.
How long do you think it took me to make that?
20 seconds.
2 weeks.
I'm
45 minutes.
Yeah, I'm totally kidding.
With my new computer. My old computer, it would have taken me 2 hours. What's up, Steve-O? The Rock Man is in the house.
Hey, did he put Mom? I don't know if he has it still, but if Steve-O could send you that picture of his rock garden, he threw Mom in the rock garden. I saw it on his channel.
Oh, didn't I send you the text? Yeah, I sent it to you. I thought.
I think you did. Yeah, you sent that to me. Yeah.
It's
my brother still thinks Trump won, even though clearly Tampon Tim is headed for the White House.
Well, we missed out on that opportunity, unfortunately, but he'll have another chance.
I really like the idea of 10-year-old boys having access to tampons when they're in the bathroom. Such a shame it didn't happen.
What are you, a bigot?
Yeah. Dave's not here, man. And then the other side of the rock is Mom's right here, Dave.
That's so cool that you did that, Steve-O, man. Shout out to you for that, brother. Appreciate that. Mom is like the YouTube mom for everybody now. I've been getting all kinds of like texts and chats asking how she is.
Now James has got to work his way into the rock garden. Whoa, Kimmy's a second one?
We love you, Kimmy.
That means I got to give Kimmy a second super chat shout out. This is a quicker one.
Someone in the chat just dropped a bag. Super chat in the stream, making moves, no lag. Thanks for the love, my G, the real MVP. Just that.
I miss that. Late
like
80s,
that
early 90s, like female rap voice type that like that. That was a smooth rhythm.
What is this? Keeps taking my chat.
What you talking about, Willis?
Switch to live chat, Bonnie's.
Oh yeah, make sure you're on live chat. And shout out to Van the man with the beautiful beard. Aloha, Van Life.
Yeah, if you guys are on top chat, up and above the comment section, click over to live chat. It shows a lot. Some things don't show up on top chat for some reason.
Isn't that stupid though? Shouldn't it automatically be on live chat? And then if you want to switch it, you switch it to top chat and not the way it is. Like
my brother Van Life said he quit his job. I know he's joking.
What the hell, Kimmy? What are you doing?
Kimmy's bringing the man. We love you, Kimmy.
Wow, Kimmy, thank you. Okay, I gotta play one more for Kimmy then.
Getting down with the super chat. For the love of you know I'm back. Getting down with the super chat. For the love of you know I'm back.
All right, those are all three. I don't have any more new ones to play.
I will pay you not to play that last one. Saying, no, I'm kidding.
Well, that's why I made the other newer ones, but that was my original new one.
For some reason, that one's volume is like 3 times louder than the rest. Either that or it's just me. I don't know.
Is it? Could it sounds the same to me, but could be. I did that last one is the one I did on my old computer, which really took forever. So it could have had something to do with that.
Kimmy, you rock. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kimmy. That's awesome.
What's up, Benjamin Kanduri?
So what's your take, James, on this huge big deal about the drones in New Jersey?
I think it's mass hysteria for the most part. You want the truth? I think people are reading into it, and there's such wide awareness of what's going on that people are taking every normal things and blowing it way out of proportion. There's probably a grain of truth in the whole high-tech advanced military program aspect of it, but for the most part, people look and see normal things and they see what they want to see and they call it in. I think people are mass hysteria. I think we were talking about the War of the Worlds thing. It's very similar. I mean, it doesn't take much to make people panic. It's only been 4 years since COVID. They had the whole planet shut down for that nonsense.
And people out here are still wearing masks, what blows my mind.
People are easily scared.
Yeah, that's what I agree with you on that, but I also think it's just basically the same thing, but just a distraction, because they're doing, what are they doing that they're like, all right, get everyone to look over here, you know?
Well, yeah, there's always some of that going on. You know, I watch the news from around the planet. There's certainly no lack of stories, but you don't see any of them on the TV here in the United States.
Right.
You know, there's important things happening in other parts of the world, and we don't hear about them. We hear about the nonsense. Drones. I mean, it doesn't affect my life if there's some drone flying over New Jersey, as far as I know.
Right. Yeah, that's what, to me, that, like, I know about it because everywhere I go, that's all I hear, but I'm not looking too deep into it because it's like, I don't, why is it such a big deal? And shout out to Kimmy again. Thank you, Kimmy. I hope you're purposely doing that, Kimmy, and your thing isn't like stuck on, and it keeps sending it, and you're like, no, make it stop. Keep sending a super chat every 2 minutes.
If it is, I'll send it back.
No.
But yeah, I mean, it's kind of a deal, but it's not that like, yeah, like you said, they're just blowing it way out of proportion and making a bigger deal than it has to be.
I think people are using their drones. Like the more they hear about it, I think registered drone users are just going out and just having fun and having a laugh with it, and getting it on tape and stuff. They're legitimate users.
I wish I had mine. I haven't got my drone yet because it's $1,400. But
I mean, you could blow up on YouTube. All you got to do is fly one of your big
I
freaking
was gonna
drones
say,
and videotape.
I wish I had mine already because I'd like put some kind of like tiny but really bright like light that like kind of like strobe lights but really slow. So come on for like 3 seconds, go off. Come on for. I'd fly that up and then record it and be like, oh look, Hawaii, in Hawaii, there's drones.
What was the
Or,
story?
Like, hang something from it with lights so that every like 15 feet there's another light so it looks like there's multiple ones. There's so many ways you could, trickery. That's all it is trickery. That's why I like watching those ghost channels and paranormal shit because it's just kind of easy to debunk all of it,
I was watching a show just yesterday about a drone show that was going on in China where they have up to like 5,000 drones at one time.
Something on that. Yep.
They lost control of half of them and they rained down on the crowd, on the city. It was incredible. It was like $1,000 a piece for these, so 20 pounds a piece, and they're raining down on this town. So drone tech, and I heard stories about there's a mothership off the coast of the Atlantic Ocean is controlling all the drones. If you know anything about it, you know that that's just nonsense, man. I mean, seriously. People come up with the weirdest stories, and they're entertaining, but they're not true.
What do you guys think out in the chat? What do you guys think of these drones?
Chadwick just said, I had a great time earlier with someone who claimed the drones came from underwater. I almost made him cry when I explained how propellers work.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
I think Steve-O's got a point. I mean, that's a very good point. He just put it out there.
Thank you, Rome.
That's too big.
So good to see you.
Yeah, Rome. It is good to see you, Rome.
My
If the government would just come out and say what they're doing, transparency isn't something that we do anymore. We got rid of transparency some time ago in our government.
Oh yeah, and which makes me ask more questions because it's like, if nothing's going on, why? That's like so simple. Are they just used to lying so much that?
Well, yeah,
something so simple like that seems very difficult to them. Like,
dude, you know what's scary about this country right now is that we look like the weakest place I've ever seen. Like, oh no, there's drones coming in. We don't know what they are or where they came from. We have no way to deal with them. And by the way, we have no laws against it. I mean, what does that say on national TV when they're showing all that stuff to our enemies? It's like, even if this is all a hoax, I mean, we're showing weakness. We don't even have a way to take them down, supposedly. I don't believe that, but
I seen one where one of them did go down.
Because they were talking like, if they were to take them down, right, then they would be liable for wherever they hit. So if they killed people or they went through someone's roof or whatever, that they'd be liable for the damages. So there was a gray area of the law. They didn't understand how to exactly go about doing it. I'm sure if it was over the military base, they would annihilate them, but over a residential area, I'm not sure how they would do that.
Well, have you ever tried to sue the government?
Good luck, right?
Exactly.
Well,
as far as taking down drones, all you got to do is know the right frequency the drone is operating on, and you jam it. I mean, this is happening in the Ukraine. You want to worry about drones? Look at some of the footage from over there, buddy. They're just bombing guys left and right with drones. But if you know the frequency, if it's radio controlled, you can jam it. If it's wire guided, fiber optically controlled, there is no defense. Those are the new ones. You can't jam them. So, I mean, if that starts happening in this country, there will be a panic. But until then, what are we worrying about? This is silliness. It's hysteria.
What I was thinking about was, you know how, Musk is like one of the biggest drone makers in the world, right? And now he's teaming up with Trump, and all of a sudden we have a big drone problem.
I don't think Elon Musk is involved in drone manufacturing.
I'll be right back.
But I was watching a video the other day about one drone that crashed or got something. I think it was New Jersey off a highway or something. But then they're like, yeah, it's like the size of a small car. And then I seen the video of it. I'm like, small car? That's like the size of a tour bus. Like, big difference. You're talking about small car.
Yeah, well, there's really no limit. I just watched a program. It was a one-person drone mobile. The guy was flying 50 feet through the air. It was about as big as a Volkswagen. It was awesome. Can't wait to own one.
Right.
It was fantastic. Like, that is the future. It's gonna happen. We're gonna have to work out, how the legalities of all of it, but it's gonna happen. We're on the verge of being able to do technologically things that we can have never been able to do before. So we're gonna have to figure out a way forward with some of these technologies.
But yeah, the one I want to get definitely isn't the size of a Volkswagen, but I mean it's only like this big. But when Nick Johnson came out here, I hung out with him. He had one, and he let me fly it, and dude, holy shit, that thing is so. I can't wait to get one, man. I just don't have. I don't even have $14, let alone $1,400.
You guys haven't seen the Nut House? You guys check this dude out, man. He's a great guy. I've been hanging out on some of his shows. He's awesome. I'll drop his link here quickly, but real funny guy. Check him out.
Yeah, he's got great person, great dude, great channel. I'm looking up what Forge and Thought was saying about the big shot over his slingshot. Dang. What the hell of a slingshot, dude. Trying to find a video so I could pull it up on the screen. Here we go. No. Oh, shit. No. There we go. Okay, now I can share it. Oh, I'm already sharing screen. I just got to switch. Share this tab instead. All right, here we go.
Ken said he's slamming pain pills left and right over here. What's going on, Ken?
He's got that same medical issue as I do with my feet. But be careful, man, that those pain, I mean, I've been clean from them for almost 12 years now. Actually, 12 years now. But, yeah, be careful, man, because that shit fucked up my life for a while. This is what Edward was talking about, or Fortune Thought was talking about. No? Hey, this ain't it.
The bigger piece
There
is maybe about 3 foot long. Also have some slightly thicker rope.
Hey, I thought he was going to shoot it.
Now I'll pass the rope through.
Yeah, that's nice. Get to the part where you shoot it.
Especially for this system.
Dude, that's a hell of a slingshot, right?
As cheap as possible, really. But obviously still using equipment that's going to hold up to the pressure. Added benefit, you can take your time. You're not struggling to hold it.
Holy shit,
onto
dude.
the big shot. You can aim. Just have your finger on this nice little trigger here. Aim. Get it all lined up nice and straight.
Yeah, shoot it already.
That's the beauty of the trigger. And then
watch him smack his own chin.
Oh.
He didn't get a different view of what.
So that was no effort whatsoever. Just fired it up into a poplar tree.
Oh, that video kind of sucks. They didn't even say how high it went or anything.
Didn't even show like when it came back down and hit him in his forehead.
Right.
That basically just looks like one of them long poles that you cut the limbs off with.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Yep.
Yeah.
Because I have one of those for our trees in the backyard.
Looks like a great way to lose an eye.
LSP's in the house, brother. How are you, man? Good to see you.
Hey, Lord Spike Protein. I will not call him LSP anymore.
Oh. Why?
Lord Spike Protein.
What has happened?
Nothing. Just it's Lord Spike. People started calling me SH. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Damn it!
SH. What's up, brother?
His name is Lord Spike Protein.
It's better than pee pee poo poo or something, you know. LSP's cool. I like it.
No, I love it. I love, or as a person, but you're saying you like LSP.
I like him in a different way than you.
Are you getting them mustache kisses?
I'm trying. I got a little bit off of Mr. B last night.
Oh, you son of a. That's all right. I got a couple from Craig the Hunter.
He cheated on me quick, though. So anyway, so we're all under the assumption that the drones are just a bunch of BS. So what else are they hiding while they're showing us all the drones? What do you think they're hiding?
That's the question right there. What are they distracting us from?
Well, we're doing a lot of military operations in Syria with the Kurds right now. That's we're not really talking about. The issues in Taiwan we're not talking about. There's tons of things we're not talking about. I'm sure that they would love to have some kind of panic for the inauguration.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't put that past the current administration to stir up absolutely as much trouble as possible. They've escalated stuff by giving the Ukrainians long-range missiles, firing them into Russia. It's a very dangerous and unpredictable time right now.
Exactly.
It doesn't seem like the people in charge are really thinking that clearly.
It seems like they want us to fail. It's like they have an appetite for war, to me, or just stupidity.
Well, that's always been true, but
yeah,
especially now.
It's like every time I hear, "Oh, we need to give Ukraine more money," it's like, yeah, but we can't account for like $1.2 billion of what we sent them last time. But we're going to send more money before we have an accounting of what happened to the money. I don't want to send them another dollar.
Well, they're not giving you a choice.
Right, and it should be our choice. It's our money.
Not paying taxes. See what happens.
That's why I always say, free country, how free are we? Really?
You're free to pay your taxes.
Right?
That's like literally the first thing George Washington did after becoming president is the Whiskey Rebellion, which was to make people in Massachusetts who were making whiskey pay their taxes. First thing he did. Called out the army.
Prohibition.
Nothing has changed.
At the strike of midnight for prohibition, the strike of midnight, all these innocent people automatically became criminals. Just because they passed a law.
Well, most laws are. Our system is supposed to have laws which are from the consent of the population. Nobody voted for the IRS. They invented that.
Right.
Okay, so technically there isn't supposed to be an income tax. There's no income tax in the Constitution. They have developed this system. This is not organic. They've invented it.
All that 3-letter agency shit.
Absolutely, every one of them. That's why I'm really hopeful that the people Trump is trying to put into place will actually be able to. I don't expect miracles, but I would love it if they could just cut some of the bullshit. I mean, 35 trillion in debt is not sustainable over the long term. Eventually, you got to stop spending all the money.
I was watching the vote earlier on the House was trying to pass our whatever it is, the bill for our spending or whatever, and it didn't pass. But like they showed the Congress, the lady directly behind the podium, she was sitting there. She had Parkinson's, man. She's literally shaking. Her hands are shaking. Her lips are shaking. There's another guy next to her. He's half asleep. And they're
That's
like,
Congress.
Nancy,
She's
it's
in
like
Congress, David. It's not Parkinson's. She's in DTs.
these guys got to go. What I'm saying is they're too old. They're too old, man. They got to have term limits on these people because we don't even know if they're well.
Wow.
I mean, you see someone shaking from Parkinson's. You see Biden who can't even make a sentence, and nobody's calling it out. The kids like the hair on my legs. They like to see the hair on my legs in the pool, how it comes up in the water, and then they like to rub it down.
Hey, that's normal. That's normal.
I do that at every pool.
Right.
He does it all the time. All the time. He does it everywhere. All the time.
I don't know why anyone was surprised by Biden. He's been exactly what he has shown. He's been the same person for 50 plus years in Washington. It shouldn't have been surprising. I mean, everyone could see the man wasn't doing well. They still voted for him. But that Trump derangement, for the most part, seems to have swung back the other way. So we'll have to wait and see. I think a lot of people in America are tired of this leftist weirdness that has been inflicted on us. You know, I think it's going to swing. Hopefully, it doesn't swing too far. You know,
right
wing assholes are just as bad as left wing assholes. So, moderates are good.
That is definitely my concern as well. Is like, yeah, I wanted Trump in, but will he be overly aggressive and think that we're still in 2020? Because a lot of things have changed since 2020, and you know, his threatening may not do as well as it did before, like threatening all these tariffs and stuff. It may work on some of them, but I don't think it's going to be what he thinks it is.
The targeted tariffs, I think the tariffs against Mexico and Canada are largely to get them to play ball the way he wants them to. The ones against China, I'm all for. Why don't you let's just make anything from China flat out illegal? I don't want to buy nothing from a commie. Thank you. China is in real trouble. The tariffs might be the dagger to their heart. You might see China literally implode. They're in desperate financial shape. So that is not an idle threat.
They're going to come calling asking for their money eventually, aren't they? All that money they loaned everybody, eventually they're going to come and try to collect that. I mean, they loan money to everybody across the world.
Yeah, everyone except we the people.
Us. I mean, yeah, we didn't take it, but our government sure likes Chinese money. 90%.
People want cheap. We go on a credit score, right? Like to good credit, bad credit, and we get that from them, which are 35 trillion in debt. Does that make any sense? Like you're 35 trillion in debt. Why don't you decide if my credit's good or bad?
That's like a heart attack patient who's been eating 50 million milligrams of cholesterol a day, telling us how to eat. You know what I mean? It's like these people can't balance a budget. They can't stop spending money. They can't find the money they give, and they have no authority to give it.
Shout out to Kathy. Kathy Long Beach. Thank you. She sent me a Venmo. And Merry Christmas to you too, Kathy. So I got to play one more, guys, because Kimmy's sent 2 more after I played the 3 videos. She sent 2 more. Shout out to Kimmy's and to Kathy Long Beach. Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
And we are still having a contest.
Yep. We're up. It says 4.
Where are we at?
I'll have to check it. I think 5. I think 5. But here's for Kimmy's and Kathy for the super chats.
Hey, super chat, thank you. Hey, super chat, shout out to you. Jumping up for the super chat blast. Super chat hero making this moment last.
Man, I didn't even check my phone all day. I got tons of texts from earlier. I haven't even checked yet. So if anyone called me or texted me earlier today, sorry. But yeah, 30, I don't know. That blows my mind. 35 trillion. Think about how much money that is, dude. Just like, I forgot Brian from Here's the
What
Deal.
is that? Isn't that $100,000 for every single American?
Is that what it comes down to? Yeah, Brian from Here's the Deal was saying something about, I can't remember it now, damn it, but something about if you were given like $1 for every second you're alive, just to get 1 trillion, you'd have to be alive for like so many thousands of years. Or it's like some crazy number that he figured out. I'll have to find it, go back and find it, because it's just like that amount of money is just ridiculous. Even $1 billion is ridiculous, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's why I don't get like Gil. I call him Gil Bates, but the dude's got so many billions. Why is he still, like, at his age too? Why is he still trying to buy more land and still? It's like, dude, just enjoy the rest of your life.
He's just trying to place to store more kids underground.
Right.
Did I say that out loud? Oh, dude.
Have you ever met a rich man who had enough?
Right.
I haven't. It's not in our nature. It's greed, man. It's greed. It's pride. It's greed. You know.
I knew one guy that when he was he's a cool dude, but this guy's loaded, man, and he's all, I don't remember what accent he's got, but he's got this accent from a different country, and he's like, Steve, I finally got my castle. And I'm thinking, castle? I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you got like a house that kind of looks like a castle or something. Pulls his phone out, shows me it's in a different country. I forgot what country, but it's an actual castle. He's like, show me this aerial view. And it's like acres with this huge, like bigger than a mansion castle. I'm like, oh, when you said castle, you literally meant you bought a castle. But yeah, it's like just to have that kind of money.
I love that forging thought, like figured out the exact amount of seconds that the average American, or not American, life expectancy was. So I'm choking over my pizza, my bad, but what does it say? 2 billion seconds?
Yeah, is that billion or?
That's billion, right? 9 zeros is a million.
6 zeros is a million. That's a trillion.
Yeah, that's a trillion. Okay. That's more than a billion. Wow.
Okay, so maybe it wasn't seconds. Maybe it was every minute and not seconds.
So you heard. I had another quick theory. Go ahead, Jim.
Go ahead, please. I'm sorry.
I had another quick theory on the drones. I thought maybe Trump was getting an early view of where a lot of the immigrants were. Like maybe those drones are up there. They were hunting people, man, and finding out where all these people are. Like I watched.
You got to throw that out there, man. Put that out there on the internet. They are ice drones.
They are ice drones.
We'll have caravans heading south, man. That is genius.
CNN has drones. You know
that,
right?
Just
all
tell
got
it,
drones.
put it out there. Tell them they're ice drones.
The drones. Got drones everywhere. We love our drones.
We're tracking the
Yeah,
immigrant.
Eric. Jones, love them. Phenomenal. Jones, tremendous.
Until they're not.
Right.
They're like anything else. They're just a tool.
All right, we got 32 watching and 26 likes, so it's free if you want to just go ahead and tap that like button.
Thanks, Van. I appreciate you, brother. Dude, take me behind the garage and shoot me before that happens.
Oh, but speaking of, Dave, when we were asking James a question we asked everyone earlier, speaking of Sasquatch, do you want to shout anyone out? Sasquatch.
Oh, God.
My ex-wife.
Your ex-wife.
I'm in agreement.
Sasquatch.
That one. I'm in agreement. Oh, yeah. So, Sasquatch, we got a hold of Dr. Squatch. They're going to give all our people a deal. I think it's like 25% off of the soap. Also, Grunt Style, I got a hold of those guys. They're going to give us 30 to 40% off. I'm just waiting on the codes. When I get them, you guys will have them. If you guys purchase these items in the future, we're going to have a discount. We're hoping that maybe they'll become our sponsor at some point. We're kind of small right now, but we're growing. So shout out to Dr. Squatch and Grunt Style.
Only if they become our sponsor.
Yeah, but we shout you out anyway because it smells damn good. Put that on your bobos. You smell good all day.
And something else that smells really good. That's all they have. A bunch of different. They got soap, face cream, chapstick, whatever. But Tallow Dream Cream, and that promo code is Aloha, and you get 15% off. And shout out to her too because she sent me a Christmas package. And thank you, Tiffany, for the.
And Steve wanted to thank you for sending me this book from Silver Girl.
Silver Girl, shout out to Silver Girl.
Save the Children Dying from Parental Abuse. I think it's an in-depth account from Silver Girl. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but I will get there. But,
it's a good
appreciate
book.
you sending that, Steve.
And if I remember correctly, I think she's gonna be publishing a part 2.
Okay.
I think. I'm not positive, so don't hold me to it, but I think.
Rome. You would catch the bobos. I love it.
Bobos.
But everything I said, someone say bobos? Where's Garrett been lately? William.
Yeah, William Grammer and Garrett.
Yeah, where they been? We need to find them
technically just summons them by bringing up their names, so they should show up.
Let's see what happens, right?
Emotional damage.
Smoke weed every day. Don't do that.
I'm still stunned that somebody sent you a book, Dave. That's incredibly optimistic on their part.
I got something for you, homie.
Man, I miss, dude. I can't wait to come visit you guys. I miss hanging out with you guys.
All right,
man.
he's talking shit. So this is on my desk. This is This is what I read. The Democrat Party hates America. Right? The Constitution and the making of the Constitution of the United States with a Grunt style sticker stuck to the front of it. My Detroit book, Charlie LaDuff. If you guys ever get a chance, check this dude out, man. He's old school Detroiter. Shows you all the cool stuff.
Yeah, Charlie. I remember that dude.
Yeah,
That guy
yeah.
was cool. I remember him on the news. He used to do the shame thing.
Yep. He's awesome. This is my favorite book, The Encyclopedia of Immaturity. The whole book is basically how to be immature and how to do stupid things that are practical jokes. Because we all need a break from reality, right?
Ain't that the truth?
I got prepare for anything. Page 36, prepare for a bowel movement. You guys need that. I'm kidding. That was a joke. And then uncommon cures for everyday ailments. And none of this shit works, so don't buy this book.
It doesn't. None
I
of it
proved
works.
I'll read, but it's. Oh, and I do have a Mark Twain here, brother. If you'd like to see that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! No way.
Yeah. Don't make me get up. I'm gonna get up and get it.
I'm busting your balls.
Well, I want to.
He can read. I'm not trying to put it out there that he can't read. He can.
Southeast or SC Wolverines just put out a video yesterday, 23 hours ago.
This
and
is old school.
It's a short video, but it's about the drones. And
yeah, we'll look at that.
I don't want to play it on here and take away views unless he says he's okay, cool with me. But I don't know if he's still in chat.
The hell was that?
Oh, you know what, Dave? That just reminded me. My mic. I just found this out when I hooked up my new computer. Oh, wrong one. My mic. I have all that shit through my mic. So wait, let me see if I can remember how to do this. So yeah, like
I need a new mic for Christmas. Mine's falling apart.
Like this one? Does it sound like a chipmunk that just inhaled a bunch of helium?
I knew there was alien.
This one's Alien. Or it's titled Alien anyway. Or this one's funny to me. I can't hear myself though, but the next one's Whisper.
So I'm still talking normal, but it's Whisper.
Sound like a gay alien to me.
And then this one is sinister. I think this is the one where like people try to disguise their voice and they blur their face.
Bring the money to the alley by 9 o'clock.
But anyway, I figured that out. I was like, no shit. I didn't know I had all this with my new mic. Well, it's not new anymore, but yeah.
Steve, what's this new what are you doing, bro? You creeper? What's this new Funky in the Ghetto? And I'm gonna play that real
dude,
quick.
that's what I've always remember I always said I want to like take the old rap but put it to a different beat. Hold on, let me see which one
How long is that one?
Yeah, I want to play the whole thing. Well, it's like 4 minutes, but it's like,
oh my lord,
it's verses from like 5 or 6 different songs. But the only thing that sucks, you can't fast forward it.
Well, we'll do it. We could do it later.
A few
Just wondering.
Even though the streets are bumpy, lights burned out. Dope fiends die with a pipe in their mouths. Old school buddies not doing it right. Every day it's the same, and it's the same every night. I wouldn't shoot you, bro, but I'd shoot that fool if he played me close and tried to test my cool. Every day I wonder just how I'll die. Only thing I know is how to survive. There's only one rule in the real world, and that's to take care of you. Only you and yours. Keep dealing with the hard times day after day. Might do me some dope, but then crime.
Hey, this one's yeah, that's right. This one's even better. All right, I gotta play a little bit of this one.
I saw you walking down the street and I had to stop. Turned up the radio and dropped the top. I said you look so good and you're so fine. Young tender, would you be mine?
Yes, I will.
I get you in my car, drive you to my house, cause I'm a macro, turn you out, I won't.
Oh my God.
That's the, I saw you walking down the street and I had to stop, turn up, but see the difference? But I wanted to do that for like years now. And then it clicked the other day. I was like, oh yeah, there's AI shit, dude. That's all I got to do. Just type in the lyrics.
I'd give you a little bit of this.
There's more. I got like 5 different or 6 different ones, but because that one that I just played, the Sorry Walking Down, that one's a little
slow,
too sexual, I guess, too dirty.
Yeah.
So what I did is went back and I went to all his clean songs and just took verses from the clean songs and then made one 4-minute song.
My wife just gave me a special delivery.
Your husband.
It's probably going to be like a gift certificate to some place that sells thongs for me.
Right, to get a wax for all that nose hair and ear hair. So it doesn't have to.
You and
Hold on, I
a
gotta go get some anti-nausea medicine. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah. So
Jay, do we come up do the Barry White?
So Steve, how long
Nah,
till
she's
you're the big 5-0?
I still got a year and a half, a year and 4 months.
You're a youngin'.
Because in 4 months, in April, I'll be 49. So
Probably, Kathy. You're probably right. Probably. It could be like a gift certificate for a new vacuum or something, like to give me a hint that I should help out around the house more. So
right, that's
you
what I
never
was
know.
thinking. Yeah.
God bless you, Brew, man. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you coming by.
Oh, right, Brew W.
Let me
Much love, much aloha.
let me drop. Oh shit! I closed.
Don't forget to like on the way out.
Hit that like, brother.
But okay, so I think Southeast Wolverines isn't here, but I was.
You muted?
We lost him.
We lost him.
Now we're gonna have to. 1/3 is gone.
Switch it over. Switch yourself back over where you belong. There
I
you
don't know
go.
what happened. I look up and it was like back at the home page of StreamYard. I'm like, what the fuck?
What is Victoria's Secret? You know what it really is? She's a man. A 60-year-old man who lives in Ohio.
It's a man, baby. A man.
Yeah, I'm 50, bro. Unfortunately, I haven't admitted that to anyone. I've been trying to like dress younger and stuff, but yeah, I'm 50.
Have you gone through that? What do they call that?
Manopause?
Manopause, yep.
Yeah. So like, when you get older, you start getting the moves. So before I go to bed every night, I put a little piece of duct tape right here, keep them lifting. They're still all right, but I mean, eventually they will go down. I've seen the National Geographic magazines, and you run around without them. You know what happens. Y'all know. You've all seen them in high school.
So
Steve,
real quick
this is how Dave ends up with those chafed nipples all the time, is with the tape tricks and stuff.
It's true. It's true. Does nobody else but me get chafed nipples?
I guess it's just you, man.
You shut up in the kitchen. I'll come bust you up.
I mean, I'll get bruising from the pulling and tugging sometimes, but not chafing. That's weird.
Okay, so if you work really hard, right, and your shirt just keeps rubbing, nobody else gets that.
No, that's why maybe that's why I don't. I always wear the undershirt, the wife beater or whatever you call them. Undershirt, so it's like tight.
So a quick story off topic. Wife went to McDonald's 2 nights ago. The floor was greasy and wet on her way out. So she stepped on the floor and man, she wiped out bad. She smacked her eye off the floor.
Oh shit.
She got a huge shiner in her
elbow. This is the story that he came up with, James, to make it seem like he didn't.
Big old egg.
That's what he told me. I know it.
And then like a huge bruise on her thigh. And if it was in her, it could have been me, but it wasn't. It was outer. So anyway, so we actually called corporate, and we're calling like Sam Bernstein tomorrow. Like for real.
Where was this? Where she fell?
Fell at McDonald's, and the floor was like legit greasy.
Okay.
It was greased on the floor. Like
she's all right. I mean, obviously she got banged up, but
looks like I beat her up. But I know how to hit without leaving marks. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, no, she really did.
Anyone in chat that came in after, like, before I said this last time, just to let you know, at the top we're doing a goal to reach 15 super chats for Dave's birthday and for him to come out here and visit me in Hawaii.
Yeah, AARP card. And what's funny is I did get the AARP mail, and my name was on it. I'm like, this has got to be a mistake. It wasn't. But you know what? All the older people, they always tell me AARP is actually pretty cool. You save a lot of money with it. So, kind of excited. Chafe
So this
nipple.
is just under 3 minutes, and Chafe nipples and black eyes sound like a wild night.
Yeah. I'm not going to let that pass. No, my brother just said he's excited to have been invited to join AARP. What the hell is going on?
I could save money.
Oh
Save
my
money.
Lord.
You get like money off at the golf course, and like if you need like
Dave's next time Dave's gonna be like, check your blood sugar and check it often.
Yeah, I'll be riding that horse too. Sure, you check your blood sugar.
I'm calling about the warranty on your vehicle. It looks like it has expired.
I love this. No story will end well, which starts out with my
Right.
wife at McDonald's.
Yeah, that, exactly.
So this is SC Wolverines. He just put this out yesterday. It's less than 3 minutes, but I see drones, people.
SC Wolverines. How's everybody doing? Hope you had a good day and you enjoy your night. Wanted to make you aware we're gonna have a new video coming out tomorrow. Flesh out a little bit of more drone and another video with gear video. If you're into that sort of thing, just kind of wanted to give you an update. Also wanted to show you I have family in New Jersey, and I had a family member send me some footage. Now he was on his way home from work and he took this. I'll try to, it's real fast as far as the video goes, but I'll show it a couple times, maybe slow it down, see if we can zoom in a little bit. And I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section below. Be on the lookout for a video tomorrow,
And if that's
maybe
slow
possibly
motion,
2. And I appreciate y'all. Have a good night.
I don't know how
Now, a
fast
lot of
drones go.
people might be seeing stuff. Now you got your eyes to the skies and people might be seeing stuff, but I don't know. Might be a little hard to see. Hard to see, if I was being honest.
When I see those blinking lights and everything, though, I think that's all. It all looks like legit FAA regulated lights, right? Like,
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
if it was a
exactly.
UFO or whatever, they wouldn't have lights.
Well, my only question is that, like, because that was in slow motion and it was going pretty fast. So I don't know. I mean, if it's a drone, I don't know how fast drones go. I mean, it depends on the
100
size of
miles an
it.
hour.
If it's military, right? It's like, but when you see a plane, that thing's going hundreds of miles an hour, but it looks like it's barely moving, right? So if it's moving that quick and it's that far up, like, I don't know how all that shit works.
I love this comment. I had to throw this up here. When I was married, I buy lingerie for my wife, and all the women acted like I was a pimp at the mall.
Oh, Bundy, good to see you again, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Aloha.
Personally, I hate going. I don't go into that pink Victoria store. I won't like if my wife wants to go in there, I don't go in there. I hate going in there. I call it the hoe shop.
Whoa!
Excuse my language. I'm just saying.
I got hoes in different area codes.
I'm not saying like if you go there and buy something that you're a hoe. I didn't say that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, thanks. Because I shop there all the time, dude.
Okay, but if you went to a dude store where dudes are all in thongs and all this crap.
Dudes can wear Victoria's Secret, dude. Sometimes we want to feel pretty. Don't judge.
Oh, sometimes when you're a man and you're alone, you wear this stretchy pants.
That's right.
You know, sometimes I like to wear the underwear up my butt cheek very tight. Sometimes, not all the time.
Yeah,
But speaking of, Hobson said passenger jet 500 miles an hour speed. That just clicked. Yes, was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was yesterday. There was not a passenger. Damn it, Cessna or something. But it was there was only 2 people on it. Pilot, co-pilot. Co-pilot was in training, and It was for Ohana Company, so they just delivered stuff. And dude went up, went right back down, and crashed. This huge explosion, and then it crashed into an empty building. So thank God no one was in there. But could you imagine you're training like you're young, you're in your 20s, and you're like, hey, that's what I'm going to do, and then you're still in training, and then that's it. It's over. Lights out. Over. Blow.
Oh my God, look at this. You read, I'm eating.
Mom said, "What are you boys playing out there?" I said, "Smear the queer." Remember that? He said, "Can't you call it something else? Maybe Love the Dove." Growing up in the 70s, maybe Love
Oh
the
my
Dove.
God. Love the dove. That is great. Oh, that's a throwback.
Oh yeah, like my metal shop teacher, when I did something stupid, used to call me an effing flamer. And flamer is a clear, for gay. It's
Yeah.
clear, just what are you, a effing flamer? Which is
Dude,
that basically FAGGIT,
like,
but
what happened, man? Like, even though we're like people like us that, think logically and can think for ourselves, it's like we were still programmed, even though we're aware of it. And at least me, I noticed this the other day because, like, okay, how come we can't say, F fat, get,
yeah.
but you can't say it because why? Like we said, we called each other that all the time. It didn't mean anything. But when did it become like oh, you said you can't say that, or better yet, this is when I realized it the other day is because I've always said Merry Christmas. I still do, but I caught myself saying Happy Holidays the other day.
You should smack yourself.
I got mad at myself. I'm like, why did I just? And then I actually did after I said it, and I said, enjoy your Christmas too. But it's like, wait, I've been like programmed without even knowing it because, like, I don't give a shit if I offend you. It's Christmas. Christmas is Christmas. Merry Christmas. That's it. No happy holiday. Never offended anyone before when I was growing up.
I mean, I get that there's different people that have different holidays and all that, but I mean, if we go back to the beginning and we were founded on Christian beliefs, that's if we were, which I believe we were. Christmas has always been the big holiday in December. So, but now we all want to be diverse and politically correct. So now we got to change our language to make sure nobody gets offended. It's like, I'll say Happy Hanukkah to you too. I just don't know what the hell it is.
Right. Right. But happy holidays, though, that's just so cheesy, man. And I hear so many people say it out here. I think that's why, because I hear that so much that I just kind of.
And no matter what, you're going to leave a group out, right? Because you're not going to know every group's holidays. You might be like a Rosh Hashanah, or there might be some crazy Buddhist thing that you don't know, or no matter what, people just want to be offended about something. So,
Right.
The other thing I was getting at,
like James was saying earlier, they just want to be something to worry about or be offended about something or something to be mad about. It's the whole mass,
So this week I've been watching a lot of TV with my mom, and I have noticed this almost on all the channels in between the shows. It's like first we have all these prep commercials, like if you have AIDS or whatever, that you can take these drugs to mask having AIDS or whatever.
And they got the AIDS.
Supposedly you can't transfer it during the time you're on that medication. Also, I've seen like a ton of this diverse stuff. Like I saw the stupidest thing today. It was this African American dude was on there going, there is such a what's the right word? Disparity or anyway, disbursement of African American gamers out there in America, and we represent the Black Gaming League. And this is straight up set up for just Black gamers because we want to make sure that we're diverse and blah blah blah. And by the time I was done, I was confused. It is so racist, right?
It's racist as hell.
So I've been seeing these commercials over and over, like like Black TV. I'm changing the channel on Comcast, and it's like for Black women only.
Dude, that's what
I'm like,
blows my mind. Like whatever, like it never crossed their mind to think like if white people were to do the same thing, there would be riots everywhere. So how is it not racist that it's the same thing, just a different ethnicity, right?
I don't see what the race has to do with anything, right?
Thank you. Exactly.
Like,
Why
okay,
does it fucking matter to
if
begin with?
you look up the population, right? What percentage of the population is African American in the United States? Jim, do you know
13.
that? 13%. Okay. So, and there's what, 20% Latino ish?
Give or take.
So we've got approximately 65 to 68% white. So yes, there's going to be a difference in what you see in every business or every TV show because there's less of that minority. It's
Right.
just the normal, like if you go somewhere and there are no blacks in your neighborhood, we have to put blacks there because it's not fair.
Well, then again, who's really white? There really isn't white because
Exactly.
I'm Polish and French and German, and then you're white too, but I'm sure you're not the exact same nationality. You know what I mean? So it's like, what is really white?
So what's driving this is what I'm getting at is what's driving all these commercials is someone's trying to divide us all, obviously, by race for whatever reason.
Not even like by race and by beliefs, political. They're dividing on everything.
So I just wanted to get that out there because I've seen at least 50 commercials. I swear to you, I've been watching a lot of TV with Mom, and
I don't watch TV. I don't watch TV
well,
years.
you know, just not a whole lot she can do. So we've been watching, but
Right.
the commercials where the two dudes are kissing on the pier, and it's like
Oh,
talking
dude.
about prep, and I must have seen
That's why I
8,000 of
couldn't
them.
handle it. If the shit was like that on TV, dude, my blood would be boiling. I'd be like, seriously, what, why,
Like, do any of us really care about the color of people's skin?
dude?
We're not
Yeah,
keeping
well,
people.
yes.
Go ahead,
Yes,
Jim.
I'll tell you why. It's human nature to be attracted to something that is similar to you. And babies show this. Yeah, but that's not racism. That's just comfort in something that's familiar to you. Our country is supposed to be based on a colorblind system where people are based on merit, but there seems to be a very large percentage of people who would prefer it that if there was you have 13% of this population that you need 13% of every job to be that, and you must have busing into areas and you must integrate. You can't force people to accept each other. The only thing you can do is create an environment where people will work together. That's the difference.
Exactly. Instead of the all black group here or the all white group, bring people together so they can actually get to know each other. Like it's like if a white person married a black person, right? You go to a barbecue at a black person's house, it's going to be completely different than a white neighborhood. Their whole culture's different. It's the
Well,
people
yeah.
are.
I mean, that's with any
normal.
culture. I
Yeah,
found that out when I moved here, man. I was like, holy shit, I'm in a different world. But yeah, every culture is different. I mean, every race, nationality has different cultures, and they're all different.
I just wonder who's at the top of, who's paying all these commercials to try to divide us. And if they're using our tax money for it or whatever, it's like, you remember the old school commercials? They never talked about stuff like that. I thought racism was dead, when I in the 80s
Right.
or whatever, 90s.
The only reason it still exists is because everyone keeps talking like, hey, wait, Dave's invited, but man, you're gonna have to let me know how that goes, Dave.
I love
Send
this right here.
pictures.
Oh wait, he said he eats. Where the hell is it? Oh, I
Yeah,
still
hey,
eat.
shout
I
out
still eat
JM and thank you for the
tamales.
super chat.
Yeah, thank you. We're gonna play something for JM.
Yep, yeah, we're gonna cover that segment. Yeah, I eat tamales and pozole.
Exactly, bro. And like I thought racism was pretty much dead, unless you're being a complete idiot. And then some people stereotype you, like, yeah, they use the N word or whatever.
And the thing is, stereotypes I think are funny, man.
It's just what we've been taught by our parents, and their parents taught them the opposite. And unless we think for ourselves and experience it for ourselves, we'll never see what's true. You can't live on what your parents taught you completely. You got to go out there and experience for yourself.
Right. I mean, they teach you to their best knowledge to try to help you and give you your best life, but then you have to go figure the rest out on your own.
And I want my kids to be better than me. I want them to have more money than me. I want them to be more successful than I was. You know, I don't want them to see color as some sort of stopping block. It's like if they all work together, imagine what the country could do. But that's not what they want for some reason.
Yeah, because exactly.
Well, when you divide, if you're able to divide a population, it's easier to control. You can pit one group against another, and then they don't come looking for you for accountability.
Exactly. I watched, if you guys ever get a chance, watch the movie The Hiding Place. I watched it with my mom the other day with Anne Frank.
Hiding Place.
The Hiding Place. Yeah, I watched it in like early, probably elementary, middle school or whatever. And we watched it, and it's just like people were just living normal lives and running watch shops and all this, and then suddenly they became evil people, and they just started taking people out and putting them in these camps, and it's nuts. I think they'd like to do it again.
Oh, I'm 99.999% sure they do.
Well, don't
real
underestimate.
Quick, shout out to Jam Unleashed real quick before I forget and we go by. Thank you, Jam. I appreciate you, brother.
Much love for the super chat. Super chat, super chat, super chat. Much love for the super chat. Much love for the super chat. Super chat.
All right, I had one in the chamber. I forgot I had that one.
I like that one.
I forgot I said earlier I didn't have any more new ones, but what's about the one in the chamber?
So anyway, getting back real quick, just so the consensus on the drones is it's all a bunch of hoopla to distract us from something else, right? Is that where we ended up with that?
Yep.
Okay. And where were we going from there? Then we got on the division. So I'm pretty sure we all agree that they're out there to divide us. I wonder if anybody knows why. Like, anybody have any ideas of why are they dividing us?
That's my big question. Why?
Is it to conquer? I mean, we all know a house divided, right?
I mean, it's kind of the same as like I was saying earlier about Gil Bates, and it's like at his age, he's already got billions. He couldn't go broke if he tried. Why is he still trying to buy more land? It's the same thing. It's like why? Why are they doing this? What is their? I don't get it. Like the whole thing where with the whole New World Order, and shit, I lost it already. Holy shit, LSP.
Oh, dude, you rock, man.
Wow, thank you, brother. Holy shit. Thank you, LSP. Man.
Appreciate you, brother. Man.
Well, I gotta play that again. I gotta play that again for LSP. That's just wow. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother.
Much love for the super chat. Super chat, super chat, super chat. Much love for the super chat. Much love for the super chat.
I love how it builds up and it's on boom, 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 boom.
I know, I like that. A little 808. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, LSP, man, always comes through. Good guy. Check him out. Really great guy.
Brother LSP.
You know, something cool I want to say about LSP, because I've known him for a little bit now, is like no matter where he goes, he supports the people he believes in, and he gives, and he never really wants attention. He just does it to be cool. And people like that, man, I'm really appreciative of people like him. Most people are out there, you know, with an angle trying to get something out of people, and it's rare that you meet someone like that. So I appreciate you, LSP.
Oh, Fortune Thought says, Dave, there is, and Aloha Sharon Rissier. Chadwick says, Dave, there is too many individual small reasons that make up the bigger plot.
True. I mean, and then he went on to say the government is a spider and it's easier to hold struggling prey if the web holds them in several spots.
It's not a bad analogy. It's not a bad.
Oh, I had another question for James, off topic, real quick. What has 5 toes and is not your foot? My foot.
I don't know.
It's my new favorite cheesy, extra cheesy dad joke.
Wow.
I'm just waiting for James to be like, all right, have fun, guys. Gotta go.
No.
Right. Yeah.
I love dad jokes.
That's real good.
In fairness, I think there is a lot of truth in that, you know, the spider analogy. If you can divide a population against itself, then they don't. That's kind of what MAGA is all about. It's that this popularism that is becoming more popular is a real threat to the authority figures. You know, the corporate authorities, the billionaire class, the wealthy elites, the government itself, because it has grown. The government and these systems have grown so large that now the population, we exist to serve them instead of them existing to serve us.
Right.
It's turned on its head.
They're just too big. It's like they're almost too big to fight. I mean, it would take a huge effort to overcome that. I don't think we can anymore, honestly, but I would die trying. But
what pisses me off the most is the whole, and I know LSP, me and LSP are on the same page with this, but what pisses me off the most on it is taxes. Because didn't we have a war to not pay taxes? And now you pay tax, like you get paid, they take taxes out of that. Every dollar you spend that they already took taxes out of, they take tax. Like it's a vicious cycle, man.
Right. It's not that you're being taxed. It's that you're being taxed on the county level, the city level, the local, your state level, the federal level, sales taxes. There's how many different forms of taxation do you need to have?
Right.
It's like Canada. That's one of the things that, even though I don't care for a lot of their policies, but at least they try to lump all their taxes into one tax, and you're getting screwed up front instead of just them trying to hide it, kind of like we do here. But
JM Unleashed says taxation is unnecessary, but some taxation is necessary because we do have to fund the military and we do have to fund infrastructure and things like that. But the level of spending is insane.
Agreed here.
I mean, they could give me some money, I wouldn't mind, but if I could get a couple million to study the mating habits of mosquitoes or some shit on cocaine, I would do it. But
dude, I want in on that. I want to find that out.
When they locked us down for
funding these things, that's not that far out of the realm of reality. They do throw money at things like that. And
I know. I've heard some ridiculous, so far-fetched things that I was like, what? That's a joke, right? Like, and they're like, no.
Right. We were sending money to the freaking biological weapons lab in Wuhan, China, so that they could develop a virus to make the whole planet sick. We helped. That was U.S. government taxpayer money.
Yeah.
In what world is that justifiable?
And YouTube, this is entertainment purposes only.
No. That's not in dispute. The government admits that. That's not in dispute. We did send money to them. That is not.
Oh, I know. Just throwing it out there on YouTube, you suck.
That's the thing. If you can throw enough, if you have enough media outlets and enough people that you're on your payroll to say something isn't true, then you can hide the truth about almost anything.
And of course, the government doesn't want to admit that all over the world that they mess with things that are not allowed in America, that are banned here, that they continue to study and grow in other countries where it's legal.
Well, you get around the law.
Cloning, weapons, biological, all that stuff in other countries.
So,
ask yourself, why does 90% of our antibiotics come from China?
Well, because they're easier to produce. They're cheaper to produce, I should say.
But I mean, you know what I mean? Like, supposedly they're our number one enemy.
Well, it's not supposedly. They definitely are our number one enemy. But don't ever underestimate the power of greed. You know, if an international corporation, now a lot of corporations they're bailing out of China like it's going on fire. But there was a period of time after like 1990 where China started to just grow by leaps and bounds, that every company on the planet jumped in to make money. And because they have cheap labor, cheap products that Americans want, they'll buy. They don't care if it breaks because they'll just buy another one. The consumer is, we brought this on ourselves, and now we have to take ourselves out of that equation.
But yet, will Americans stop going to the dollar store? No.
I would hope so. I would love to see that, but no, people will always want cheap products and but
Walmart's never going out of business.
The government spent $518,000 in federal grants to study how cocaine affects the sexual behavior of Japanese quails.
Yep.
Sounds pretty outlandish, but the researchers had their reasons. They were trying to look at how cocaine abuse affected risky sexual behaviors in humans, and the sex habits of quails are easy to measure in a lab setting. Wow.
Couldn't you just take a bunch of cocaine to any disco or any club in any city in America and study the sexual habits of people on cocaine?
Yeah. I mean, speaking of that, just I seen a video from Brian over at Here's the Deal yesterday, I think, and it was how there was a courthouse that made the crack in the courthouse to sell it undercover to bust people. So that courthouse is literally where the crack was made, distributed, and where you were sentenced to go to jail at. It's like, dude, how bass backwards is that?
That's the way it is.
3 million on hamster. What?
Dude,
remember injecting hamsters with steroids?
No, that's good money. That's good money spent there. I would pay $3 million to watch hamsters. That's
remember back in the day when we were growing up and they said they were buying golden toilet seats and crap for the White House?
Yeah.
Remember all that crap? That was real too.
Well, not so much the golden toilet seats, but they were spending, what was it, like $6,000 for the toilet seat on a nuclear submarine?
Right.
Like the toilet seat on a sub is somehow super special, ultra expensive. Like, you're kidding, right? It's nothing wrong with, I fully appreciate the American military. We are the baddest boy on the block, and we need to stay that way. But, pinch a few pennies here, guys. Just a few. That's all I'm asking.
Right. And stop giving it to, before you give it to other countries, at least help your own damn country first. I mean, look how many veterans are homeless. It's like they put their lives on the line for this country, and then when you're done with them, that literally you just throw them out.
So you remember we were talking about Coca-Cola back in the day when it first came out? And mind you, I am sure it was regulated by the government at some point, or maybe not. But I just pulled this up real quick for entertainment value. It says when launched, Coca-Cola's two key ingredients were cocaine and caffeine. The cocaine was derived from the cocoa leaf and the caffeine from the cola nut. And here's what I wanted to read. It says
75 milligrams.
It says contain only a tenth of it. Coca-Cola once contained an estimated 9 milligrams of cocaine per glass.
Oh, I love the Coca-Cola. I love the Coca-Cola, and I'm all lit up again.
So, I mean, at one time, this was sold over the counter, right?
What's up, Salty Explorer? Yeah, 1903, but yeah, that's
There was no federal drug scheduling system until the Narcotics Act.
So that was all brought in.
1937.
It was all brought in to make money. It's all brought in to make money off the products. In the
When they
name
got
of
rid of
safety.
prohibition, they allowed alcohol to be legal again, and then they started scheduling all the other stuff, starting with the Marijuana Tax Act of 1937. FYI.
Yeah, like Van Life says, they're not into the Coca-Cola any longer. They're into the, unfortunately.
Well, the idea that you're going to get rid of people's desire to and take mind-altering substances is pretty dumb. We've been doing it for all of human history. I don't think we're going to change. I mean, freaking cavemen. The cavemen took psychedelics. I mean, you know.
Well, the Indians smoked what? Peyote, which was
Every culture in the history of mankind has had some form of drugs. Every single one.
I agree with Supplanter 1000%, and it can't be said any better way. But if you're not free to do fill in the blank, then you're not free. If you're not free to even just do cocaine, then you're not free. You know what I mean?
You remember laudanum? Like, you ever watch the old Western movies and their pain medication was laudanum? I looked that up. It's opium, 10% powdered opium by weight, 1% morphine, with dissolved extracts from the opium poppy, mixed with alcohol and codeine.
Yeah.
That was like something you could buy at the local store on the corner for your pain.
Yeah, none of those drugs were regulated. You could buy methamphetamine over the counter up until midway through World War II. The Germans gave it to their soldiers. We gave it to our soldiers. Pills of methamphetamine called Pervitin. I mean, these things have always existed, or well, not always existed, but some form of mind-altering substances have been used in every human culture. It's not new. People don't change. We are not going to stop using drugs. That is a myth, you know?
It just goes to show you that this whole time, like, for the time they lived in, everyone accepted laudanum as normal. Then when the Coke came out, everyone accepted Coke as normal. You know, like, things that are supposedly normal to us now is hiding the fact you have AIDS on TV and commercials. I wonder what it'll be like in 40 years from now. Will they look back and go, oh my God, that was like a thing to hide you have AIDS?
Johnny got the AIDS.
Yeah. Anyways, enough of that.
But I'm trying to figure out, Jam mentioned something that Cheryl Rich thinks. I was wondering where Cheryl Rich is at, but there is no way. I don't block anyone. I haven't blocked anyone in a year and a half.
Wait,
and if I were to block anyone, last person with Cheryl Rich is like my biggest fan.
She blocked?
She says she can't get in for some reason. I'm going to my studio to make. I know I didn't, but
I was unsubbed from Subplanner, Trumpula, and whoever I said earlier as well. And I've been subbed to them for a long time, so not sure what that's all about. Government doesn't like us talking about it, I guess, even if it's for entertainment purposes only.
what? How? Oh my gosh, dude,
Someone,
she is.
someone's using
Did
their
someone
admin,
hack
dude.
me? Did someone hack me? Because how? Okay, Cheryl, please come in chat. Oh my gosh, how did that even happen, dude? Seriously.
Somebody who has the wrench that shouldn't have one.
Don't make me go through this again, man. I took everyone's wrench away a couple months ago, and I didn't.
Cheryl Rich never did nothing to
Dude,
anybody.
Cheryl Rich is the best. I love Cheryl Rich. Why?
Strange.
I am so sorry, Cheryl. I don't know how that happened. Thank you for saying something, Jam. Now I haven't blocked anyone in like well over a year and a half. Now I got to make sure. Okay. I'm sorry, Cheryl. I hope she's not mad at me. I hope she still comes and shows up.
Forging, are you saying that my Squatch soap is made by slave labor? Is that what you're trying to say to me? Just wondering.
Thank you, JM. Thank you for bringing that up, JM.
I'm glad somebody noticed. You ought to go through that whole list and see.
I just did to make sure, and it was just her. So, and then all the other ones were ones that were like trolling me and trying to porn bomb me like a year and a half ago. But somehow her name was in there. I'm like shocked right now. I don't know how the hell that happened. And out of all people, right? Out of all people, Cheryl. Hey, there she is. Cheryl, I am so sorry. I don't know. I really don't know what happened. I'm glad Jam said something. I feel horrible right now. I didn't do anything, but I feel horrible because it happened. Oh, there you go, Dave L. Bundy knows about Sasquatch.
Why, he dated one too?
It says Sasquatch is good soap.
Oh, okay. Well, Forging said something like slave labor or something. I'm just wondering what he was talking about. That soap or what? I'm pretty sure it says made in the USA. Oh, no, it says it's made in China by little kids in a sweatshop. No, it doesn't.
Well, drones did it.
Drones did.
I'm sorry. I totally forgot what we were even talking about before that. I just got. I'm just so mad because out of all people, dude, I love you, Cheryl. You're like the best.
She was my first when I posted something. She was my first I don't know how to what does it mean? Your first commenter, I guess?
First comment? Yeah, comment. Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting tired.
Hey, Craig.
Hey, Craig.
I don't have a man crush on Craig, not at all. Hey,
Big
Craig.
Pod's in the house.
Dude, so let me cover this comment that Craig left so everyone knows what he's talking about. So I was on Cola's panel last night, and it was me, Cola, and Ghetto. Ghetto's up there. And Ghetto brought up, and I forgot about this. This is like over 2 years ago, but me and Ronnie did like a 3-part series of Let's Talk About Sex, right? And the first 2 were really, really good. And then the third one, it started after the second one, it really started catching on. So then we started getting more trolls, more people, and then that's why we stopped after the third one. But the third one, Zachary C. Smouse, my good friend, and he has to use the computer to talk because he literally can't talk. So he's like, you know, with the voice thing he uses, and it's like, Steve, can I tell my story? And I'm like, yeah, of course, man. You know, I trust Zachary, but Zachary and Ghetto pulled up something offline of some like dude's story, and dude, it was just it was horrible. You'll have to go. I don't want to play it on here today because it is.
What is it?
But it's less. I forgot the. Let's talk about. It was one of the three. It's the third part of the Let's Talk About Sex, but and
I skipped
they
those.
trolled me
By the
good.
I skipped all those episodes.
If you go watch Cola's, we played it on Cola's last night. So if you
Just
go
the
watch
thought of you and
Cola's
Ronnie
live stream,
talking about that, I couldn't come in.
no, we were just sitting there going, "What?" Like, and at a certain point, I finally just kicked them off because I was like, "Dude, that's not Zach. There's no way Zach is."
Much
No
love,
way.
Creek, man. Good to see you, brother. Come on up, Creek. We're almost at the 2-hour mark. We got about another
Holy
15
shit!
minutes.
Already? Oh wait, hold on. Let me check.
Unless we're gonna hit our.
Wow, dude, already? Time flies, man. Damn it, James. Now you're gonna have to come back next week. No,
Shit.
we still got half hour. Creek don't go on for another half hour. So that's what we're trying to do now for Thursdays is Steve and Dave. And then following Steve and Dave is Creek Squad's karaoke, chat and chill community hangout. So it's a win-win, a double whammy for everybody.
Oh. Okay, 40. Cool.
Scotch earlier. It's just why I don't fuck with them. They had all their soap made by the soap guy whose shop is up the road from theirs, and they took. Oh, really? I didn't.
I'd have to look into that and make sure that's accurate. If it was, I wouldn't buy it anymore. But I mean, it's nothing new in America for someone to take somebody else's idea. That's for sure.
Right.
I mean, look at what we looked at earlier, that big slingshot, which was really just the same pole from the
the tree
branch
trimmer
cutter or
thing.
whatever. Yeah.
Cheryl Rich, I love you all, not you, LSP. Cheryl, I do love you, Cheryl. I'm so sorry that happened. I'm so sorry that happened.
I was hoping Mom would wake up here, but I didn't have it.
But yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, that was funny, Craig. I haven't laughed that hard in months. Last night watching that again, I can't believe I let it go on that long. I would play it, man, but it is kind of, I don't know the word I'm looking for. Raunchy. It's pretty bad. I don't know. I mean, check this out too, James and Dave, if you're still listening, and Craig, everyone in chat. Since last night, it's gotten 27 more views, and that video is from over 2 years ago. So just from playing that clip from last night and talking about it, it's got
some attention. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm surprised. You know, it's crazy. Like we were talking about earlier, like you can't say certain things or you get YouTube will shut you down or give you a strike. But then that is okay. That they're just fine with. It's like one of my most viewed live streams. Actually, it's my fourth most viewed live stream. But
it's probably like most things. You can say just about anything you want. You just have to say it the right way.
Right.
You know, talking to a lady, you know, you could pretty much say anything you want to her if you say it right. You know, if you say it wrong, you get in trouble.
That is true. That is true.
Is Creek gonna bounce up here or is no?
Well, I think he might be getting ready for.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's got.
Well, his is in a half hour, but I don't know because his whole schedule changed, so I don't know how he does it now. But he used to, you know, just get home from work, get everything set up, get ready. But I don't know if he still work today or what his new schedule is. But
So did anything ended up happening with that Ginger Billy doll? Anything else happen after you won that contest?
No,
Like your short, did he get any response or anything?
nope, never heard from him again. I put the short out, and it didn't get as much attention as I thought it would. But I think I'm going to repost it though, but repost it a different way.
Yeah,
it's hard to explain, but and see what happens because I really thought that would have got a lot more exposure.
Should.
But I never heard back from Ginger Billy either, though, so I don't know. Which is fine. I mean, busy guy, right?
So do you guys think we're going to actually make it to the inauguration?
Would you call me?
I tried to say a word. It was too big for me.
Are you suggesting that the planet's gonna come to an end before then?
No,
or?
I'm just saying, do you think they're going to pull some kind of crazy stunt?
Well, of course.
Well,
That's
they
what I'm
always
thinking.
do, right? Like
Sort of fake bullcrap invasion or something.
I think we're gonna make it to that, but they're still gonna pull some crazy big stunt.
I watched
That's just
Trump.
what they do.
Trump's like, I think he was joking, but he said like, with all the drones in the sky near his golf course, that he was going to cancel his vacation stay at the golf course.
He was kidding when he said
I think
that.
he was kidding. It was after the briefing or whatever on the
Yes.
drones. So I assumed he was kidding. He didn't smile, but I assumed he was kidding.
Yeah, that's the thing is like the man can't say anything without it being construed as like he's totally serious. Like he wants to buy Greenland. Like really? Like because that's the thing, right? And they were dead serious about it. Like this is the man who seriously wants to buy Greenland. Like that is reality,
It wasn't even for sale.
Well, of course it's not for sale. It's a country. I mean, it's just so.
Why would it be for sale? Damn it.
Hey, this week only, Switzerland's 10% off, man. Let's buy it.
This
Makes no
week only.
sense.
Well, wait, there's more.
It's a discount on Afghanistan. Let's get in there.
If you buy Switzerland now, we give you Afghanistan half price.
We'll throw in Nigeria if you buy Switzerland.
Give you a free bank account. You want a Swiss bank account? We got one.
It's the same thing. It doesn't. I mean, they've done it so many times. He says, well, now, Liz Cheney might be in trouble now, and he's like, Trump's gonna have her assassinated. Like, no, he just literally said she might be in trouble. He didn't say he was going to do anything to her, but it's this knee-jerk reaction from these these news organizations. They know they're being dishonest. Come on, these aren't stupid people. They know that they're slanting what they're telling people. And that's why people aren't watching them anymore. Nobody's watching CNN or MSNBC or these major left-wing news organizations anymore because people are recognizing that they're full of shit.
Yep, exactly. CNN and LSD.
Yeah, like imagine sitting there and watching that nonsense all day long. It would rot your brain.
Right. Oh, here we go. We got someone I'm gonna pull up real quick that I think James and my other brother over here would get along perfect. What's up, Chadwick?
The inauguration.
The inauguration.
He's muted. Chadwick's muted.
Yeah, I know. I gotta stop this thing to stop the echo.
Oh, okay.
Get a second. I want to play this short real quick, Steve. There's 600 M80s going off. I posted it. Didn't get much views, but it's like my birthday present. See if did I pull it up?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Does it have sound? No.
Nope.
That's 600 M80s in like 30 seconds.
All right, there we
See,
go.
I keep forgetting, man. It's New Year's is right around the corner. And New Year's is like bigger than 4th of July. Like here, New Year's is bigger than 4th of July is where you're at. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You watch my live stream from last year. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like that every year.
it's like getting kicked in the chest with every explosion. It's pretty sweet.
What was that? Is that a new video? I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I just threw it up. I threw it up last night at like 1 in the morning to see what would happen. You know, I normally post at the same time. Every other day I'll post at 3. Because that seems when I get about 500-600 views on everyone.
Right. Oh, did you get that email I sent you?
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to look it over.
There's
but
a few good pointers in there.
Thanks, Snooks.
And it explains of things that I didn't understand before anyway. So that's why I figured if it helps you it helped me a little bit, help me understand things I never understood.
With what?
Like algorithm and YouTube and like, you know, their whole.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like AARP stuff.
It's just like so easy to be like, oh, they're shadow banning me. Or they're just not pushing my videos out because I'm gonna get AARP, stuff like that.
Have you actually noticed a decline in the way your stuff's being pushed, or is it?
Yeah.
Like, is it a noticeable decline, or how's it going?
As long as
Like,
I do it every couple of days, as long as I do it every couple of days at 3, I get to 500, 600, 700. But my sub count for a month, I didn't get one sub. I was getting 10, 12, 15 a week.
Oh, damn.
For like 3 weeks, not one.
Damn.
And then I noticed that I was unsubbed from like 10 people. I'm like, okay.
I was unsubbed from a few people too.
I got to find the article, but a couple weeks ago, I read an article saying that YouTube was doing like a bi-monthly scrubbing where they're going through and making people likes are dropping and subscriptions are dropping too. I'll find the article and send it to Steve.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Well, my latest videos that I put out, they'll get close to 1,000 views, which is still good compared to a year ago, right? Like a year ago, I'd get 200 and I was happy, but now they get like 950, 970, and it just stops. That's it. It's like, why?
It's like they're capped, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like they're
Yeah,
capped.
they do cap them too.
I don't get it. Because, I mean, it's a business for them too. It's all about making money. So it's like, why are you limiting it?
Like if my video was about like PrEP pills to hide AIDS, I'd probably have like 5,000 views like within the first hour. Or if it was something about gay or something, you know. Since we hate the government, we're capped.
If you're out playing Smear the Queer.
I'm not saying I hate the government, although they suck.
I am. I do.
Just do your same broadcast that you do, but like wear chaps.
Right. There you go.
Hey.
It's raining, man.
Put
Hallelujah.
makeup on those pimples on the butt.
There you go. You're like, damn
Hey,
the man.
aloha,
Save the
full
empire. Hey, man.
Hey, baby.
I got maybe like 5-10 minutes left in me, Steve, and then I gotta run. We're at about 2 hours.
Hey, nothing says revolution like a fanny pack and some roller skates, right? Yeah.
Exactly. The
Hey,
guy
Dave,
from Napoleon Dynamite.
Nina says happy birthday, Dave.
Thank you, Nina. Thank you guys all for all the super chats that you guys sent in. I appreciate all of you and all the well wishes. We appreciate y'all showing up. We call them
Steve,
what? The loyalists.
Steve, I'm gonna be 40 in a couple months.
I'll trade you. Trade you.
Bro. I wish. I'm pushing 50.
40.
But see, that's the weird thing. I was talking about this yesterday, I think. But like okay, so Chad was gonna be 40. Dave just turned 50. I'm gonna be 50. I don't know if James wants people to know his age, but James is pushing fill in the blank. But to me, in my head,
oh Jesus,
like to me though, we're all the same age. So like, even though there's 10, 15, 20-year differences, we're still the same age because like, see, there you go. I still can't believe that, Jam. 53. I still can't believe that, dude. I swear you're like 35. But anyway, it's because of our like mentally, we're all the same age. You know what I mean? So you could be 20, like Creek's 30, right? He's still the same age as we are to me because mentally you're on that same level, right? Does that make sense?
Oh, well, you're kind of making it sound like a pack of retards.
Hey man, listen, man, I'm just trying to explain it, okay?
So AARP
Okay, kids,
comes
take out
at
your
50.
safety pencils and take out your safety pencils and circles of paper, class.
Stab yourself in the leg.
I can't believe JM's 53, dude. That's crazy.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
I have the. That's funny. That's a good one.
So is 60 like fossil level? If I'm AARP level, is 60s, or is it 70? Mr. B's birthday is this week as well, and he said he's
That's
almost
right.
fossil. Yeah,
When you're like that guy from the milk commercial who goes to pick up the wheelbarrow and his arms rip off. It's just a dry.
See, but once you turn like a certain age, it's like 60 something. It's like 63 or 64. But once you go from 63 to 64, you actually go from 63 to 198.
Yeah,
That's how
Ronnie.
that works.
So Ronnie said it.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna be 40, but I swear after my last foot surgery, man, I get up and I feel like I'm 90 because I started to notice I'm doing that thing where I'm like, oh, every time I get up, I'm like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, shit, dude. You also got freaking ran over on a fucking highway.
Yeah, got blown up. I got blown through another human being.
Right. You know, I mean, I'm sure that
Isn't it how we're all born?
Oh,
no, this was a
nice.
man.
No, wait.
Well, they do that nowadays.
Well, it's 2024.
My team was responding to an accident on the freeway, and a drunk driver went through a roadblock, hit the lead truck, hit the tanker truck, hit me, and I flew into another fire department employee, broke both of his legs, and then I flew like another 14 feet and spent a bunch of time in the hospital, and I was all jacked up. My head looked, my forehead going out of my scalp looked like a baseball.
That's when I first met Forge and Thought. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I love it, Bonnies. It's your heart, mind, and attitude that keeps you young, and pain pills.
Yeah.
I like telling everybody though, if you take all the metal parts that they put in me after Afghanistan, those are only like, those have only been in me since 2009. So I mean, if you balance that out, I'm like fucking 26.
Average, your average part age.
Kind of the way I'm looking at it.
I want to say happy birthday, Dave.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
At 35?
35, yes. This is my card, Nina.
Birthdays are like cheap underwear. And then when you open it, it says they keep creeping up on you. That's like the card my dad would get too.
Yeah, that's my son.
That's cute.
Steve, I found this today, man.
Hey, Chadwick. Good to see you.
And hi, Pablo. I haven't seen Pablo in forever.
Pablo wanted to say hi to everybody.
Still got yours, Steve?
What's up, little squish?
Yeah.
How you doing, dude?
What is that?
It's it hydrogenates. It's in my garage by my tablet.
Hydrogenator or something. It's supposed to hydrogenate your water.
Is that your oxygen tank, you prehistoric bastard?
That
my fuel cell.
That's basically what it does, though.
Your
You put the water in,
your
and it
ooze canister from TGRI, so you can be a Ninja Turtle. Try to get.
I sit on it once a day.
There you go.
But yeah, it'll pump oxygen through it for a certain amount of time, and actually it tastes good.
You haven't been using it. I've never used it. I should have.
The flux capacitor for his DeLorean.
You can't see it. The bubbles in it. Here it goes.
You haven't used it yet?
See the bubbles coming up? It's supposed to hydrogenate your waters. Your water.
There it
I
goes.
can't
Now it's
talk.
kicking
I
in.
give up.
I still don't know how the what the exact word is, but yeah, something like that. Hydrogenate,
Hydrogenate.
Hydraulics.
Hydrocodone.
It puts hydrocodone in your water? Sign me up.
For free?
It's better than the original Coca-Cola. Way better.
So what's that to your Steve, what's to your right?
How much do I weigh?
No, what's to your right? The lighting. What's lighting up to your right on your screen?
Gigawatts.
Oh, that's my computer.
Oh, okay. It's not normally there, is it?
No, this is my new computer. I just got.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. I'm mesmerized.
It's like 3,700 different freaking light shows. I always forget I can turn it off, and then
Heating pad is good. I do enjoy that, Bonnie.
I heard that, James, you might know this because you used to work in the hospital business, right, James?
Yes, sir.
The
So I heard
hospital business, yes.
never to use heating, always ice. I always heard that heat was not good. I don't know how true that is.
When the first 24 to 36 hours after an acute injury, ice is better because of the swelling. After that, heat is better because it helps to stimulate the movement of fluids and whatnot in the injured area.
Okay.
It depends on the injury, what kind of trauma it is, what stage it's in, and where on the body it is.
Absolutely true. Yes, that's true. I mean, I'm talking about musculoskeletal type typical injuries, not.
Yeah, if you work in a hospital, I'm the kind of guy that drops them off to you.
Yeah, I did 10 years in the ICU, so yeah, it's that's a thing.
Bring in your dad.
Bring your
What was
dad.
What was that movie?
We try not to let that happen. That's Monty Python, where it's they're going
Monty
around.
Python. Bring out your dad.
Bring out your dad.
Ringing the bell.
Nicolas Cage also played in one of those movies. I think it was called Bring Your Dad or something. He was an EMS driver.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, he was like a whacked out EMS driver.
Dude, to me, like he's like the worst actor, but then he's the best actor at the same time. If that makes sense.
Oh, dude.
Because he's like
Are you
he's so
kidding me?
shitty that it's good.
Con Air.
Yeah,
he should have got an Oscar for Con Air, man.
Yeah, that was definitely
Put the bunny back in the box. I'm like, man, you got a real accent for that movie.
I'm Johnny 45.
Would have been Johnny 600 if they knew the truth.
Yeah, he's a horrible actor, but entertaining. Yeah,
right. That's what it is. He's so horrible that it's good. It's like,
And that's he's carved out his own little niche for that. He's been in all those like B movies and all the movies that he's famous for being just absolute crap in, but he does it well. So,
yep.
Hopkinson,
first
are
time
you
I saw
saying
Con
you're
Air
a
was in Juvenile
phlebotomist?
Hall.
What's that, Dave?
I was wondering if Hopkinson is a phlebotomist doing phlebotomy.
It seems so.
Oh, the
I'm
vein
the
finder.
vein finder.
Okay,
Either that or he's Dracula.
Count Hopkinson.
Never know.
You don't really appreciate. You don't appreciate that skill of finding a vein until you're actually in a hospital and you need to. Because
poking you like 8 times.
Dude, they love me, man. When I go to the hospital, they love, like, even people that I know that like work out and shit, they're jealous because they're like, dude, you got the best veins. I'm like, because I'm skinny, but my veins just stick out. And they're just like, oh, so easy.
Well, if you've ever had some chick poke you 4 or 5 times and still not get your blood supply, you know what I'm talking about. That's a bummer.
Especially in the hand.
Anywhere.
I had it done in the hand. Oh my God.
See, I only had that once, which really confused me because my veins always stuck out. So it's like, all right, is this like literally the first time you're doing this? Because I can see the veins. I don't know how you're missing.
For some reason, right now, my brother reminds me of Ronnie.
Thanks a lot.
I don't know why. He's not as old.
It's the beard. It's the beard. It's the beard and the glasses.
It is.
Literally.
It is. Yeah, it is.
You know, I just said screw it. I just stopped shaving altogether and just said I'm growing it. I don't care.
I like
Me
it.
too.
Good.
I did that 2 years ago. I said, screw it.
Oh my Lord, Rome.
It's too white. It makes me look really ancient. But you know, what are you gonna do?
Wow.
I burst my pimples at you and call your door opening request a silly thing, you tiny brain whoppers of other people's bottoms.
Is that a
It's poetry.
Wait, Salty Explorer says I used to be amongst the most hated people in a hospital amongst staff. All right. I need to know.
that would be the kitchen.
Sounds like
I
a
hold a
story.
record. I hold a record at a hospital in Oregon. I'm the only person to get arrested for strangling the chaplain.
This is not good, man.
Well, in fairness, a lot of
he had it coming. He had it coming.
There you go.
He went against the request of mine when I had to make the decision to put my daughter on hospice. So I suggested to him that it was foolish to do so against the nurse's station, and I was arrested for it.
Oh my
I
God.
didn't know you were arrested. No shit.
Yeah, I was only in for 4 hours. I was only in there for 4 hours. I was sitting there playing checkers with the cops in there because they knew me. So it wasn't like it was a big deal. They even gave me 2 sack lunches.
You said she was 5, right?
When she passed, she was 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Her birthday is January 31st, and she passed away July 10th, 2011 at 6:51 in the morning.
Super tough, man.
It is what it is. But yeah, that's my record. Nobody else has pulled that off. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I think it's funny.
Well, I got a funny story. My brother got thrown out of a hospital when my mom, my mom was going in to get her stomach cameraed, and we walked in, and Steve's the same way. He won't wear a mask, so they're like, "Sir, you got to put a mask on." He's like, "The hell I do." And I'm like, dude, just put the mask on just for a minute. Take it off. No, I ain't wearing a stupid mask. And then the security's following them. Like, sir, you got to wear a mask. And the hell I don't. Nope. So we went and sat in the waiting room, and like 5 minutes later, they went and got another cop. Like both of them walk in, they're like, "You gonna put your mask on?" He's like, "Nope." And they're like, "Well, you're gonna wait outside."
No, for what? What are you gonna arrest? What law am I breaking? Well, if it's a public hospital, I'm on public property. What law am I breaking?
Policy, but it's not law.
Exactly. It's policy is not law. So fuck you, cop.
Well, in fairness, it is a public hospital, yes, but it's run by a private corporation, so it is their property. They can ask me to leave. I didn't have to do what they wanted me to, but I did have to leave. I would have got arrested, absolutely. So it was,
okay. I was
just making the point because I wasn't gonna play the COVID game. I was so angry with everybody at the time. I couldn't believe
that.
I couldn't believe how easily manipulated people were by basic science. It's like
it boiled my blood. Yeah.
I still am not over how easily manipulated it was the entire planet.
Well, you know what they say, it's easy to fool the masses, but it's nearly impossible to convince them that they've been fooled.
You know, and I know people who had, they got vaccinated because of their jobs and things. There was tons of pressure. I don't have any ill will to that against those people. I understand it, but I wasn't going to be a part of it. So I just chose not to participate. So when they wanted to get, they kicked me out and I left without a problem, but I wasn't happy.
One thing I'll say
I was
about
a good brother and went outside and let him in the car so he wouldn't freeze to death because it's the middle of winter.
Everybody saw what happened with that. I have my own theories about everything, just like everybody else does, and I noticed things about the way they portrayed everything on TV, and I noticed things about the patent numbers on the vaccines that a lot of people didn't see. But one thing I do know for sure is that my chief told our whole department, he said, "Hey, I'm not going to make any of you guys get this shot, even though some people think I should." So if you don't want to get it, I'm not going to hold it against you, and I'm not going to let anybody go. Not one of us in the station have gotten the shot. Not one of us. And
That's good.
none of us to this day, not one, has gotten sick. Not one of us has gotten COVID. Working with the public every day.
Yep, me too. Same here. I've never gotten that shot, and I've never gotten COVID either.
My brother got the shot, 2 boosters, and he's 43 years old, and he had his second heart attack recently. So there's
See,
certain things that happen that I look at it and I'm like, it seems fucking weird.
Yeah, that whole heart attack thing and heart issues that whole thing.
And that scares the hell out of me because I got 2 nephews and both of them have had a shot and 2 boosters, and one of them's only 7. So I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, you don't be forcing things on little kids, man. That you know what I mean.
I'll never tell my brother how to be a parent, but I mean that scares the hell out of me thinking about that after seeing what I've seen. Especially because I had one thing that I was also told. My godmother, who's I don't know if it's your second cousin or if it's your great cousin, whatever the heck it is. My mom's cousin, so my great uncle's daughter. I guess that would be my great cousin, second, whatever. So my godmother, she's a mortician. She's been a mortician for the last almost 40 years. She told me because she thought I was crazy and she thought I was a conspiracy theory nut and all this stuff. But then she came to me about a year after she was saying all that stuff to me. So this would be about 8 months ago. And she was telling me that she saw stuff on her table for embalming people that she hadn't seen before with blood clots and things like that. So she told me she apologized and told me that she was looking more into it because she didn't know if shit was going on, but it definitely scared her too. So,
well, it's all proven now. It's all been studied now. Myocarditis is a real thing, man. Swelling of the heart.
Yep.
The definite side effect. Not in all cases, but a percentage.
Yeah,
well, unfortunately, it's just like everything else. There's a benefit to risk ratio where a certain affect population is going to have, adverse effects from whatever they have. Unfortunately, it seems like when you don't have a tested thing going into people and you're pumping it in at rapid amounts, shit's going to go wrong a lot faster.
Everyone in chat, if you're pure blood, put a 1 in the chat. If you haven't taken the put a 1. I'm just curious.
It's the first thing they teach you in medicine is that if the risk outweighs the benefit, don't do it. And this unproven, unstudied vaccine with new technology that they demanded total immunity from being sued for. I don't trust that. Thanks. I'll wait and see.
And that's exactly. I pulled everything I just said. I pulled right off the medical dialogues of there's a benefit to risk ratio, and people would be like, oh well, you got your polio vaccine when you were a kid, and I'm like, yeah, you mean the polio vaccine that they've been putting in people for 100 years? That one, right. Yeah, that makes sense. Like
the one
trust me, they've been putting in people for 100 years. Not a lot of people get sick, and I don't got wobbly legs. I'm happy about that one, but this one they just pulled out of their ass. Now I'm good.
Now the Operation Warp Speed got it out faster than anyone ever.
Yeah, like amoxicillin was like 10. Didn't it take like 10 years to do amoxicillin? Like 10 years of trials and stuff. You can't just throw a vaccine out in like 9 months, man.
So vaccines are actually a really funny thing because vaccines, like if you study them, the only vaccine for about 70 years was smallpox. And then after smallpox, there was this huge gap. And then the next one they came up with was rabies. And after rabies, they started coming out with them rapid fire. But it's like, it hasn't been a really well-known. So like we're still coming up with better versions of the rabies vaccines. And we've been putting rabies vaccines in people for a long time. It's just there's a lot of shit they got to test and a lot of stuff they got to do before it becomes safe.
A teacher just actually was unalived from a bat in their classroom. She opened up a cabinet. The kids were in the class, and the bat got her, and it had rabies, and she had actually died from that.
Oh, damn!
That was like I think it was last week on the news.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. That does happen. It's a horrible. Rabies is a horrible disease, but it's hard to get. You have to be directly exposed to rabies, so very few people get that. I don't even think that they can develop a vaccine for rabies. I could be mistaken, but I don't believe they can.
Doesn't rabies basically make you like super thirsty? It's kind of like
There's
mouse
different forms of
poison.
it. There's what they call furious rabies, and then there's a couple different versions of it. There's 3 kinds that I know of. One of them is the one that manifests usually, which is the furious rabies, where you get so disoriented and you get like agitated because your brain doesn't know it can't process things the normal way it can, and you become super hydrophobic. So you have violent reactions, and your body gets goes into upheaval and stuff when you try to you can't physically swallow water. So the foaming at the mouth that happens is not from the dehydration. It's because your body is forcing you not to swallow because it wants the germs in your saliva, because that's how it spreads. Like that's why animals foam at the mouth, because the bite is what spreads it, and the virus knows that.
Sounds like Cujo.
My mistake. There is a rabies vaccine, but I think you can still get sick from it. So
I'd rather not put that in my body.
You can get the rabies vaccine, but the thing is if you get bit, you're supposed to get a booster anyway. But
it's not common.
Yeah, the other kinds of rabies, the other kind of rabies vaccine, usually you don't get it unless you've been bitten or you're exposed or something. But the other kinds is there's one where you become like catatonic and you just basically shut down, and then there's another one where I believe you have seizures and stuff like that, and then you just die.
It all sounds really good.
Rabies, what's horrible about rabies, I mean, it's terrifying if you actually look into it. It's such a horrible way to die. It's like by the time the incubation period of the disease is actually like set in and you start showing the foaming at the mouth symptoms, it's pretty much too late.
Yeah. You have to get if you don't get it right away, you're screwed.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate.
And Niels Khan dynasty about smallpox. Smallpox would have been stopped before 1972, except for there was a couple of lab leaks, and that's the only reason it kept going. Like there was a huge lab leak in Russia where somebody had dropped a vial or whatever, they got sick, and then they got a whole village sick. And I mean, the problem is all these diseases that are supposedly dead and gone, they still live in weapons labs all across the world. And I mean, there's an island in Russia where the stuff's just buried along with about 200 tons of anthrax buried underneath the sands of this island. I mean, this stuff's everywhere.
That's like the plague, I guess, right? Like we pretty much got rid of it, but it still exists in like some third world countries, I think.
How you doing?
The plague still exists in America. The plague still exists in North America.
Absolutely, there's still cases here.
Yeah, people still get diagnosed with the plague every single year. People still get diagnosed with leprosy here. I mean, it's actually a lot more common in North America than people think.
I have nipple chaps. Nipple chap. That's a rough one to get rid of.
You say nipple chaps? Like little chaps you put on your nipples? Right.
Chafing.
No, those are tassels. I'm talking about chafing, brother.
See, Dave, I know you're starting to show your age. You're sagging a little bit, but at night when you apply your pasties, you got to put a little powder in there. You'll be okay.
Yeah, I got something for you. No,
Happy birthday.
I got a nice card. Nice
How you been, Peanut?
Good
to see you, brother.
Yeah, hey, thanks for having me up, Steve. How are you doing?
Good,
Aloha.
man. Good.
Right on. Woohoo!
Flesh
What's up, Dave? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. How about you?
It's his 50th birthday.
50th birthday today.
Did you do anything cool for your birthday?
I'm old as hell.
Dave's. Yeah.
Oh, Dave's birthday? Oh, happy birthday, Dave. I didn't know that.
Yeah, for my present, I'm gonna eat a whole extra large jet, super special.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask earlier what pizza place is it from?
Jets.
Jets. Oh yeah, they don't have Jets here, man. Oh, I miss Jets.
That's
Is that like a local pizza place?
Yeah, it's great.
They got that barbecue chicken. Oh, that shit's so good.
Man, I heard there's a lot.
I got half barbecue chicken. I got half barbecue chicken and half super special. Yeah,
that shit's good.
Right on. You guys have like a good sub place there too. I forget what that one's called. Something John's or Jack's or something. The
Quiznos? No wait.
Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John's. That's it. Jimmy John's. Yeah.
Is Quiznos still a place?
No, I don't know.
I think there's a couple somewhere.
Man, you got
Somewhere.
me excited. I loved Quiznos, but they all shut down around me. I was hoping they still existed somewhere.
Yeah, Quiznos was pretty good.
Dude, they have the best BLTs. Oh.
That's
It's been
where that
15
whole
years since I've been in Michigan. That's the first thing. Well, since I lived in Michigan, but that's the first thing I thought of was Quiznos when he said sub.
Dang, the wife got me a bunch of lotto tickets.
Nice, dude. You could be holding $1 million right there, and not even know
Hell
it.
yeah. Party like a hobo.
Well, at your age, that's the only way you're going to get lucky.
Shut up.
Waka waka.
or like cheap underwear.
This
Get my
one,
scratching
though,
quarter.
that's the one I like, though. Texas Roadhouse, baby.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Or they used to
I've
have
never
like,
played.
quote unquote peanuts.
I've never played a
right?
scratch it.
You never
even
have
gambled.
Never in your whole life?
I've never gambled. And you know what? I've broke even.
Yeah, there you go. Broke even.
Right.
The only money I've ever spent at a casino is when I went with I rode to a casino with some friends, met up with them, and I bought a steak. And you know what? I gave the waiter money, and they brought me back a plate. I won.
There you go. So
Hey.
technically, you're still ahead.
Right.
Yeah, but broke even. Yeah.
What's up,
Much
14
love.
Thought?
Much love,
How you doing,
Bonnie.
man?
Thanks for coming by. Appreciate you.
Yep. Much love, Bonnie's. I'll see you over at
How
Creek
you doing, man?
Bonnie's.
Good,
Be there in a
man.
little
Hey, what's
bit.
up, James? How you doing?
Good.
Good to see all you guys.
How are you?
Good. Just got off work. Like life is good now.
Yeah.
Get to chill for a minute.
Yeah,
50 is the new 69, really?
So
Wait a
did you
second.
get to do anything cool for your birthday or what?
No.
After 50, it's the blue pills. After shit, I'm ahead of my time.
After.
My family came over. Some of my family came over. That's about it.
Hey, he had all three of his sons over at once.
That was cool, though.
Which is weird. Was weird for me to see all grown ass men. I haven't seen none of them since they were like age 9 and
kids.
below. And
Oh,
then
shit.
here they are, like 3 adults,
Hope when I'm old, one of them will take care of me, but I don't
all
know.
being responsible and shit.
So Steve, you had to be that weird that's like, I'm your dad's friend. Hello.
Hey, do you remember
Me,
me?
kids. Hey.
I'll hold you up to it. My daughter ran up and she's like, I will take care of you, you whack job. I know my pants are on backwards, but I'll still take care of you. Turn around with her pants on backwards. What the heck?
I mean, there's
Hey,
only 2
man.
legs. It's kind of hard to mess them up, really.
They are pajama pants.
Pants
Gotta
on
fit-
backwards.
there you
We
go.
started
Shot.
that. Our generation started that. Remember the
Crisscross.
Crisscross to make you jump.
make a jump, wear your pants. That was the dumbest shit ever. Walk around with jeans on, but I don't know if I ever actually did it.
They went from pants backwards to halfway down your butt. So when you try to run from the police, you just can't run.
Walk even.
I mean,
Even
they were
walk.
all the way down the butt anyway, because if I got to school and somebody was wearing their pants backwards, I put my foot up on their crotch and kicked them down from the back.
My God.
Whoopsie doodles. It's not like they're going to run after me.
Freaking people.
Blue pills, huh?
They can try to like
Mark.
take their pants off and use it like a like a lasso or something, or like like David versus Goliath. They're all,
What is going on, bro? All right, you're gonna have to dig a little further into that story.
Once upon a time.
What's the
In a
last
world long ago.
I'm kidding.
Oh, I got the answer to that, Salty Explorer. That's how the having them hang halfway down your ass came about, because they're like, shit, I got to pee, but my pants are on backwards. We'll just drop drawers real quick. And then they're like, oh, we'll just wear them like this from now on. And that's why they
in
bust
prison that
sag.
meant you were available.
Right?
That was like the for sale sign.
Or if your pockets are hanging out or some shit.
You got some honey buns. I got.
I've been to jail, but I've
me.
never been to prison, so I don't know.
Yeah. That's one adventure I don't plan to go on.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know the different signals of how to advertise your ass.
Well,
I
for
don't
me, it's how to not
And
advertise.
please enlighten us, sir.
Well, they used
Tell us
to
your ways.
we used to sit on the copy machine, and take a bunch of
Copy.
copies of it and pass it out in school.
Just
That was one way.
oh, geez. Give everybody a bird's eye view of your fruit basket. Yep.
Oh yeah, it was it. That little pockmark lets you know it was me.
So, Peanut, when we first started, I can't believe it's been 2.5 hours. But when we first started, we were talking. What do you think about the drone thing going on? What's your take on that?
Oh man, I got a lot of thoughts on it. Like I think it's probably more than one thing, right? I don't think it's like China or somewhere like that. Whatever it is though, I think it's a psyop. Like they're doing it for some other, at least one or two other reasons, I think. And I don't think it's officially aliens or whatever. I could be wrong, but I think that like it's probably American made, and they're going to probably use it to say it's aliens. Perhaps I don't know for sure, but like that might be one of the ways they go for like the whole lead into the alien disclosure with the fake aliens and all that. I think that's possible. I've heard of a lot of other explanations, but they're definitely like covering up for. It's probably two things. That, like you said earlier, they're probably covering up for some other thing, like a
So
yeah.
Apparently, Project Bluebeam, right?
Yeah,
Did you see what I put in the chat earlier, Steve?
Project
No,
Blue
I
Beam,
missed
yeah.
it.
What is
Yeah, you're
Project?
Cola?
Fill me in with what is Project Bluebeam?
Well, it's a couple of things. Do you want to tell them, Steve, or do you want me to go
Oh,
into
go
it?
for it, man.
Okay. You might know more than I do, Steve, which I wouldn't doubt. But like,
I just know a little bit, but yeah.
me too.
Oh.
It's what it is. But Project Bluebeam is a couple things. One is where they were talking about putting Jesus in the sky or something, so make people think, oh, God's here, and then make him say things to everybody, and then they'll think, oh, it'll fool the believers into thinking it's like he's like, guess what? I'm not really God, or I don't know what they would have him say. It's that, and they also talk about using Project Bluebeam for like a fake alien encounters or invasion or whatever it would end up being. So that way, it's probably either way connected to like sending out like a lie, an illusion, so that people either way are distracted from believing in Christ, where they're oh, it's a trick, it's like a con to make people not believe in God with using technology like Disneyland uses for like making things look like they're there, that like Godzilla's popping out of the air or something that's not really there. That's
And
basically
to
what
help
it is.
everyone agree with the whole New World Order thing, and like Jesus came back, and it's like, no, it's not. Jesus didn't come back. That's Project Bluebeam, but they, or aliens or whatever. But yeah, it's to fool, like we were talking about earlier, James, to fool the masses, and
right.
That's why they did it in 2020, because they're like, oh, this is going to be easier than we thought.
Right. It's kind of like, it kind of goes back to like the whole same philosophy as like science, where they say science explains everything. So that way you get, it almost becomes its own religion in a sense. And I'm not against hard science, but like, I think that a lot of times that mentality, it's brainwashed people into like being dead, like where they're not in the spirit anymore. Their spiritual side is kind of like numb, or has calluses on it, where you don't feel the spirit anymore. People are so like especially in the West, is so like earthbound. That's all you see is the world, and so that way you're already kind of dead inside, so you won't see the spirit when it comes, because you're in this mindset where like, for example, like they hide things, I think, like where Noah's Ark landed, and the firmament, and et cetera, all that stuff is kind of like, and if you look at in like the media or the movies, they're constantly attacking Christ. Everything is like, you can there's nobody out there who's trying to attack Buddha or trying to attack Muhammad or this, that, and the other thing. But Christ, oh, that's, you can do that all day long. And so that's like part of the so where there's smoke, there's fire. So if you see one group, in this case is Christianity, being attacked day and night, and they're controlled by the elites. That they're like the Rothschilds. They own the media. They own the news. They own the movie industry, the books, and all that. So you might not believe in it, but they do. That's why they're attacking it night and day.
Right.
But how is trying to explain stuff via nature and science? How is that attacking?
It isn't per se. It's like, I don't have like all these examples off the top of my head, but like I said, there's nothing wrong with science. It's just that, like, in a broader sense of the word, science can be used to say, look, there was a big bang, so therefore it wasn't God. There's this, that, the other thing, so therefore, people just tend to think it's sort of subtle. It's in the brainwashing and everything. And as a matter of fact, if you look into science, if you go back far enough, a lot of science goes back to the occult, believe it or not. Trying to think of thought, like, for example, chemistry goes back to alchemy, etc. So, like,
part of chemistry.
Yeah, or astronomy goes back to astrology, etc. So, like, there's a lot of I don't have all the references off my head. Sometimes I learn things and I'm like, I'm done with it. But, like, there's a lot of similar lines that run through, people that are scientists in the past and what's considered the occult. For example, the rocket guy. What's his name, Steve? The guy who was like into Aleister Crowley and all that.
The Rocket Man is King Jong Ding Dong.
King Jong Ding Dong. No, I forget what his name is. But there's a dude who was like in the 40s. He was kind of like the father of modern day rocketry and whatnot. And
Von Braun.
What is that?
Von Braun. The German Von Braun.
Oh, yeah. There's
Germans
Germans
here
here that we brought over too, but, like, I forget what his name is. Now it's going to bug me.
Robert
someone in the chat. Someone in the chat know the name of the guy who was like, he was in
Renke. What's up, Renke? Renke says Elton John.
Elton John. No, like, wait. But he was involved with,
kind
like,
of rocket.
Robert Goddard,
Aleister Crowley, and holding seances and talking to spirits and whatnot. And matter of fact,
you're
not
the Tesla dude, are you?
No, it's not Tesla. No, not Tesla. Now it's gonna bug me. I can't.
James said Goddard.
Rocket Man. Rocket's pioneer was Robert Goddard.
Buff.
I'll look it up real quick.
Buff says Billy Bob Thornton.
Okay. Aleister.
Okay. Anyway, so go ahead. Sorry, I kept cutting you off.
Oh, you're good. It's all good. Jack Parsons. That's his name. Jack Parsons.
You do?
Jack. Okay, Jack Parsons.
Yeah. That's all, like, a lot of, like, NASA and all that stuff. I guess. I mean, in one way or the other, it kind of got its start from Jack Parsons, like, science experiments, and where I think he probably got a lot of his knowledge from demons and whatnot. Which is, like, I don't want to bore everyone, but, like, if you go back through time and go look at, like, the Book of Enoch, it's basically been the same thing all this time. And so probably like even Elon Musk talked about, we're summoning the demon or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I've heard similar things from the guy who has the D-Wave, started D-Wave and all that, computers and all that. Yeah, I'm not like, I just know enough to know what's going on, but I don't have, like, all the details off the top of my head.
Right, yeah. But yeah, that's like Count Trumpula said. That's basically the gist of what I know about it. The holographic image, and that's the thing. If they do that, it'll work because they already proved that with the whole fucking mask shit, right? And toilet paper, and they're like, how easy is it to control the masses? Well, let's find out.
Oh, no kidding. Great point. Like, especially with the toilet paper. I mean, like, it's like they control everything. It's like they're like, okay, come on, dogs, let's roll over now. Like, the whole thing is just a mind control thing. So, like, when it comes to that whole drone thing, what does it really matter what they say it is for? Because if it's the news and says now it's this, or even if they said it was China or this, that, or the other thing, do we ever really know? You know what I mean? And then think, well, maybe they're trying to push us all into this way because they control the message. So, that's all we really can do is kind of, like, try to guess through it and see what's really going on.
Right. Well, it's like we were saying earlier. If it is just them and the government or the military, why don't they just say, "Oh yeah, it's us. We're just trying out new things." Like, just be transparent about it. It's like that simple, right? But they
Right.
still have secret meetings about it, and it's like, why are you?
Here's the other thing: is that like whatever it comes to, uh, the drones or whatever they are, they wanted people to see it, right? So that I don't know. There's something really sketchy about that. We're like, I mean, let's say if it was China or this, that, and the other thing, they would. I don't think they'd be like putting it on Main Street. Hey, guys, look at this. This is what we're doing. I've heard someone say like, well, maybe what they're doing is they're trying to put it in our face and say, guess what? You know, this is what we can do to you. So you better play ball, America, or whatever. But like, if that was the case, if they're going to be that bold, why would they still hold back? When I say, yeah, hell yeah, that's us, right? You know,
Right.
that's China, bitch. You know, look what we're doing. You know what I mean? Step up. You know, but they're not doing that. I don't think that's the case anyway. It's like 9/11. That wasn't some other country. That was us doing it.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I definitely. Yep. I definitely agree with that. 9/11. What do you guys think about that? Inside job or
What,
No,
9/11?
what they say?
I
What they
don't
said
believe
it
it.
was?
I don't believe it's inside job.
okay, you might be right. I don't know, Dave. What
Do
do
you
you think it
believe?
is?
Do you believe it's what they said it was? What the way they? Because I don't. I don't know what it was, but I don't believe that's what it was.
I don't know.
I personally believe
I
that.
watched it the whole day, man, and I saw what I saw was planes flying into the buildings. You know, I don't know that. Like, I know that the bolts that held the building together were supposedly rated at like I forget how hot it was before they would melt. Supposedly they were rated above what jet fuel would be.
No, that's okay. I'm going to stop that right there. So this has been debunked 1,000 times. You can't. People saying the whole fuel burns of this thing. It's that you can't go off of that because steel weakens at a certain temperature,
Exactly
much
right,
lower
and
than what people
bends.
think, and it turns into a wet noodle. And that much concrete and everything else, the building. So here's the deal: planes did fly into the building. The
Yep.
building did fall. Did we have? Unfortunately, it's like when you study everything. Did we have prior knowledge that this was probably going to happen? Unfortunately, all signs point to yes. So it looks like that some people dropped the ball or they intended on playing the ball. That's what I see. But
My
planes actually
question,
did fly into the buildings and
yeah,
people
I'm not
did
buying
actually
that.
die. And it was
This hasn't
horrible.
been debunked. Where are you getting your information from?
I'm just saying, real quick, guys. What I'm saying
27
is,
years of metallurgy experience, 2 college degrees, and a lot of information that I've looked up.
I'm not
why
buying
didn't
it,
they?
dude.
Why didn't they have a way to put out the fires? That's my question. Why didn't they have a plan to, like, you know what I mean? Like, other than rushing people up 55 flights of stairs trying to bring people out, there was no plan. Like, we watched it burn for what, an hour and a half.
What's your degree in forging thought?
I'm just saying, dude.
Evac.
So
I'm sorry. What did you say your degree was in?
There's two different areas of the building that people were supposed to evacuate from, and all fire suppression things didn't work at the time. If you look into what happened, like everything was cut off when the plane went through the North Tower, and on the other one, I think that they were cut off on one side, and then something happened on the other one. I can't remember what the hell it was, but it was all shut off. They could only get people down like single file in the one where they were able to get people through, and then in the other tower, they're completely shut off. And there was no way to get any like hoses or whatever up the additional flights because it was too far.
You're
That's why
saying
they were
both
able to
building
get.
suppression systems were shut off?
Something happened with the first tower's suppression system where it was malfunctioning, like it was completely cut off from the upper levels,
Right.
and they couldn't get people down. And then the second tower, they were only able to get people through on one side, and it was slow going. I'd have to go back and look at it again, but
I would have been crowd surfing to get out of there.
Oh no, dude, it was, yeah. You can only imagine. It was fucking horrible. But the problem is when you got fuel and debris and fire and flames and smoke going through the honeycombs of what they had. I mean, that whole building, if you look at the way they were designed then, they're not exactly meant to be really efficient when it comes to fire evacuation, unfortunately. You
I
have
believe we were attacked,
honeycombs on the
man.
outside.
At the end of the day, I believe we were attacked. I don't believe that our government would do that. I mean, they could.
I do.
I
I
know, me
believe
too.
it.
Yeah, me too, Steve.
You really think they took the whole thing down? What would be the point of it?
To get us to go to war. Well, for multiple reasons, actually.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Steve.
No, I was gonna say, especially war, because war is where is.
Let me hear my brother's.
Their moneymaker.
Let me hear my brother's version.
No, I don't believe it was done by the government. I think that they allowed these extremists in. They probably had a good idea. They were up to no good, but didn't know exactly what. The building was no skyscraper of that size is designed to have a jet fly through it and be on fire and support its weight. That's not a thing. So it was just a matter of time. You were not going to get out of those buildings in any kind of effective way once those towers were hit.
That is something I never thought about, is the actual weight of the airplane.
Well, the aircraft
plus the heat. You know,
it weakened the structure, and the structure fell in on itself. It was bound to happen. It was, but as far as I think it's very likely that it was similar to Pearl Harbor. We knew it was going to happen, and we allowed it to happen because it served our interests. FDR wanted to go to war against the Japanese, and he allowed it to happen. It's not the first time
one of the
done that.
One of the most messed up things to think about is we're the ones that trained Al Qaeda.
Yeah, there are guys, and all of a sudden we lost track of them and didn't know who they were. Really? Yeah. And then they all fly out of the country.
We're still training them in Syria. We're still training different groups in Syria.
We play one group against another, and sometimes those people that we train turn against us. It's not the first time.
And when Turkey comes against those people in Syria, it's going to be a mess. That rebel group in Syria that just took over, Turkey hates them.
Oh yeah, there's definitely Turkey's going to invade Syria.
Exactly. Which is
we're trying to
right Israel, brother.
See, we're trying to work with the Kurds over there because we support them, but Turkey hates them. So there is going to be a problem with Turkey in that area.
Especially since they're a NATO member.
Yeah, well,
fucking NATO. Article 5.
Like everything else, it's about people making money. Raytheon, McDonnell Douglas, Boeing, they all got to get paid, buddy. Those government contracts don't pay themselves.
BlackRock, who also is, what did I say, Steve? BlackRock was like the #2 shareholder of YouTube.
There's
Vanguard and BlackRock.
There's three. I forget the names of the other two, but there's like.
And then there's all the pre-programming, right? From like The Simpsons and Back to the Future, or like in Back to the Future, like
Matrix.
The Matrix. There's a ton of programming about 9/11, or there's a Trump commercial where he's looking at the sheep. If you look at the sheep, it says 9/11, right? And 9/11, and actually that comes from the Bible. That's like the only time in the Bible where they mention Satan's name is 9/11. Even the towers, they're Masonic. They're like the two Jacob and Boaz, or whatever. Like they're the two towers. It's all like ritualistic. So like all those people it was like killing them all was like a ritual. You know what I'm saying? And like it's like the two towers that are brought down to become one. Kind of like e pluribus unum, right? Out of many come one. And like that's what this whole thing is about, one world order. Look what happened. It's right in front of you. Like the two towers came down and they made one tower out of it.
Wow.
And then they just fell like it was a demolition.
Oh yeah,
like
pancake, right?
Pancake after pancake.
It's so neat. Like
so perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Like, wow, how'd that happen?
You guys, I wanted to show this video earlier when you guys were talking about like that the deception in the sky. My son showed me this video from Disney World, and I wanted to know how they did it. He showed it to me. He didn't know how they did it either, but I'll show you guys.
But this is real quick. This is what I love about this. We can all have different opinions and still get along, and that's like basically why I do this, because can't stand it when people talk and then they hate each other and get angry and pissed because it's like you don't agree on the same thing. It's like, well,
you don't progress that way.
Yeah, good point, Steve. Oh, good point. I'm glad you brought this up, Dave. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
This is what I want to show. Yeah, you guys mentioned Disney. That's why I wanted to play this one. But this is like this hologram or whatever went across the park in the air. I'm going to show you guys. It's trippy.
Okay.
Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see. Come with me and you'll be in a world.
I couldn't figure out how they did it. I thought at first it was a cable, but I didn't see one. And he didn't either. Doesn't mean there wasn't one.
Well, I mean, think about that though. Imagine if that's like even better quality than that, and it was Jesus coming back saying, "I'm returning, and you need one new world order," and everyone's going to do it because Jesus in the sky told them to.
Or aliens,
right?
With military power sending a little stuff.
Yeah, they'll say
down.
they'll be like, "Hey, check it out, we're aliens. It wasn't God that created you. We did it. We traveled in a spaceship 3,000 million years ago, wherever you're gonna say, and then and you know we mixed the chemicals together and we made you guys. And by the way, you got the religion wrong. Like all these religions are really all one religion, but you guys all got it wrong. So that's where we're here to fix it up. We're here to help you."
It all sounds insane, doesn't it? But so does, like, if you would have thought 10 years ago that we would be locked down in our houses and not being able to get toilet paper and lose our job if we didn't have a mask.
Exactly.
We would have never believed it.
Exactly my point on that's when they wanted to find out, and that's why 2020 happened. Because they're like, well, let's see how good we can control the masses. Let's say they all have to wear masks. 90% of fucking America, the world, was like,
like my brother said, like, can you believe how many people just sheeped and went along with it? Like, nobody, there should have been mass. Oh, I can't even explain it to you. I was just like, how is everybody going along with just this guy says it, so it makes it true? With Fauci, listening to Fauci every day saying one thing and then another and then another and another.
You must wear the mask.
All that
you gotta wear the mask. Oh, you gotta wear 2 masks.
Or then like Biden would come in for a briefing or whatever without a mask and he'd be like, oh, I better get my mask on. And then he'd take it back off before he left. He was coughing all over. And
you seen the clips where there'd be like 6 or 7 of them on there, and then as soon as they said the cameras went off, they all just freaking took them off right away.
And those masks don't even work. If you go into an OR where somebody has like a serious disease, Ron, my dad was telling me that they had full headgear, oxygen from outside the room, like when it dealt with like lasering off herpes or something he was telling me about out of people's throats and nose, that if they weren't wearing this full garb that they inhaled the smoke, that they could also get the herpes. Even though they had burned it out, that they had to have outside air and suits. And you mean to tell me this little paper dust mask is going to save you from this particulate that's that nasty?
Right.
There's no way.
So Navy Vet just shared this with me from his channel. Go check out Navy Vet's channel too. Good guy. Subscribe up to him. Wait, see, look at right there. I was unsubscribed from Navy Vet. What the hell, YouTube? Now that's number 11.
I know.
That's number 11 in 1 week. I'm gonna have to go through everyone and make sure I'm still subbed.
Right.
I wonder if they do it by inactivity or anything.
I don't know. They do a lot of weird stuff. Like I'll see like a video I have, and then the views will go up, then they'll go back down. You know what I mean? Or people say they leave comments, the comments disappear.
What the hell, YouTube?
Have you ever had late comments where you see them like a month later, they pop up?
Yeah.
That's happened a couple times to me. One thing I noticed recently is my I have a big list for my like to watch later list for stuff that I'm going to catch up on, and it dropped by like 300 videos in one day, and I didn't do anything.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I use I have a watched one, and then I have a watch later one, and one of them I keep for like relevant
What is
ones
it?
that I want to watch
I don't
later
know,
or
let's
keep
see.
it for other videos.
Some kind of message.
You're that's awesome. That is awesome, dude. I gotta watch this again. This is great.
What is it?
Yeah, that is perfect, man.
Some kind of message.
Like, oh, this is for
Dude,
you.
everybody share this out in the chat. That's awesome. That deserves like 1 million views right there.
Did you guys hear that they were going to deliver food via drone? Like a Grubhub thing, but
they've already been doing that, haven't they? Because I think Walmart's been delivering.
Walmart's got something like that.
And like
Where
the pizza, Domino's Pizza was like a driverless car or some crap.
Some guy shot at the one for Walmart and he got arrested.
Of course. You can't shoot that.
He was funny as hell though. When he was getting arrested, he was being nice to the cops and he's like, I can't breathe, joking with them.
Oh my god.
Hey, if you violate my airspace, I might have to defend it. You know, I'm just saying.
Well, we don't own that. We didn't pay tax on the airspace above our homes. I guess we got to pay tax on that too.
Property line extends up into space.
Exactly.
They own everything under your house. They might as well own what's above it too.
I can build a 15-story home if I want.
Oh yeah, and by the way, you're behind on your taxes for the airspace.
Right. They definitely would raise your taxes if you went up 15 floors in your house.
Well, that's what. Do you remember a bunch of years ago when they were talking about flying cars and they had like those people on TV that were trying to make their own like personal flying devices, and that they said, "Well, yeah, but how are you going to regulate that?" That was the first thing they thought of: is how are we going to regulate that?
Of course.
Like you mean how are they going to put a bill on that? Is what you mean?
Look at AI, dude. AI is going to be out of control.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Dave.
AI is like going to be completely out of control in the next 5 years.
AI scares me, man.
Well, that's why I truly believe it's the end. Like I always said, like I know the end's gonna come, but I think me personally, my end's gonna come before that ever happens. But now I've had a change of mind. It's like shit. I don't know. Maybe the end is gonna come while I'm still alive.
I just wonder if all our weapons.
We were talking about. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I wonder if our weapon systems, like our nukes, and everything, is on like a whole separate network that's not like connected to the internet or anything, or
no, it's on Google. It's on Google.
Do you know what a dead man switch is?
No.
Beat me.
So the dead man switches that exist, at least for our systems, have been in the process of being switched over to not AI, but things that are replicating AI, and that's what scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, see one mistake and that's it.
Yeah, but Peanut was talking about it last time I was on one of your live streams with Peanut on here. Is we were talking about like if there's a final war of mankind, what it's going to be. I truly think like right now the most dangerous thing and the thing that scares the hell out of me is, if AI does the Terminator thing and turns on us. I think that's a pretty plausible outcome of some really hairy shit we might be getting.
I think
I agree, definitely.
I think the next war is going to be over food and water.
That's a fair bet.
Part of it for sure.
That's a fair bet.
Yeah. Well, people will definitely be fighting over that stuff.
I mean, I got weapons and a lot of fat neighbors. Bring it on.
Got to have the water though. The water.
I mean, look how
there's water. There's water in people.
Look how Joe Pesci gets when he's hungry. Now imagine if nobody had food.
Oh yeah, it'd be like chaos. It was chaos, like I said last time. Like here when they had the they were evacuating everyone for the earthquake. They thought it was a tsunami warning, right? And
Where was that at? I forgot. That just happened, right?
Yeah, it was happening.
Northern California.
Yeah, like whenever that earthquake happened, like maybe 2 weeks ago or something.
Was that a 7.3?
It was in the 7s, which is extreme because like the earthquake.
It rocked you guys really good up there. It rocked you guys pretty good up there, right?
Oh yeah, I felt it. Like
so where I'm at, I felt it, but all I had to do was pick up my drink off the table, but it wasn't too bad because I'm in like northern part of Sonoma County. So.
Oh yeah, I know where you're at. Yeah, you probably feel it there.
Oh, Forging, you're right by Bohemian Grove, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm like 15 minutes from Bohemian Grove. Yeah.
But it changed people. Like I could of course I'm sensitive, so I could pick up on people's thoughts and whatnot. Well, I can't read minds, but I could kind of read body language pretty good. And it was like everyone was already in like fight or flight mode or so. Well, the dudes were they were like it was ridiculous. But so that told me like if you were in a and that was it was just a trip to me like how quickly people were just by the thought had changed their soul. And it's like when it comes to like real stuff, like there's no water or anything like that, that's people are going to be definitely fighting and killing each other. And,
you truly see the bleak parts of humanity when the shit hits the fan and people aren't prepared. People have become way too confident and way too comfortable with modern technology. One thing I noticed when because I moved to Portland, Oregon for the better, a little over a decade in 2006. And then I moved back to California. But it's like while I was up there, I noticed, it rains like 300 days a year in Portland. And not that much, but a lot. But it's like as soon as one drop of water fell, everybody would act like it was the first fucking time it ever happened in their entire life, and everybody went insane. If one snowflake fell in the city, people would literally be fist fighting in Walmart.
Mute. I think you muted, brother.
Who? Oh, there you go.
Well, that's not wrong, man. I mean, we are one incident, one panic away from, people are insane in emergency situations. I mean, without food or water, there would be war in the streets in days.
Oh yeah.
And
it reminds me of like when I was a kid in school, like they're like maybe the teacher or something was offering like I don't know, free erasers or like little toys or something, whatever it was, and like kids would be fighting each other to like me, like rushing all at once to get to the front desk or whatever. And so it's like you could get a snapshot of what people will do, like even from back then. So yeah, it's gonna be bleak, man. It's gonna be like the way I look at it though is like people will be fighting that way because they're clutching onto the world. They want to hold on to this life or whatever. You know what I mean? But like that's what people really need to learn right now is how to let go, because because it doesn't really help you if you lose your soul, but you're like gain a loaf of bread or whatever the thing is. You know what I mean? And ultimately, that's what it's going to come down to. It's like it's this world or the one to come, because what'll happen eventually is like the Antichrist is going to be here, and he's going to be like, you know what? You want a universal, income. You wanted to eat well, etc. They're already using the carrot and the stick right now, saying, "Come on, get this digital ID, then we'll let you go in the government building. You want this?" They did it during the Rona with the masks we were talking about. You know what I mean? You can't come in this store if you don't have the mask on. You know what I mean? You want this? You won't keep your job, nurse, if you don't, play ball. That's all going to happen. You know what I mean? It's like that's so. I guess what I'm saying is that for everyone who's listening, in my personal opinion, is instead of worrying about how you're going to survive, worry more about how you're going to let go. You know what I'm saying? Because if you worry too much about that stuff, then it's going to at some point you're going to have to make that decision anyway. And like I agree, Steve. It's going to come quicker than people think, because that time is running short. You know what I mean? And like especially with Trump and this, that, and the other thing, I think it's not too far off. This stuff's going to, like I said, I think the whole alien deception, that's going to happen within this next 4 years, probably a lot sooner. That's probably like what all this drone stuff is probably part of what it's about. I can't say for sure; it could be wrong, but it all I know is that, in my opinion, during Trump's administration, he's going to bust out the whole alien thing. Guess what? There's aliens, and then and when that happens, then there's all other things that has to happen. They have to crash the dollar. The dollar's going to crash. They're going to blame Trump for that, and they're going to blame everybody attached to Trump for that, because
I think the dollar's already crashed, but
it is pretty much, yeah.
I personally believe the dollar crashed when we stopped backing it up by gold. Because I mean, really, the paper money ain't
Oh
worth.
yeah,
the,
it goes back
the
there.
paper
Yep.
it's printed on. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you're
what
absolutely
backs it
right.
up?
Yeah,
What
that
backs it up?
shows
The
you.
government's word.
Right, you're
It
right.
definitely became worth less. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's all.
Yep.
That's all. It shows you how far back their plans are, though. Is that like and
Oh yeah,
every
it's a long game.
and really long game. Yeah, when they did that, they already knew where that road was leading to. That's exactly why they set it up that way. The whole thing is by design. You know what I mean? Look at like Bush telling people, "Hey, guess what? This new world coming. It's going to be great. You know, we have a chance to get a new world order." It's like all that stuff that they're telling you. You know, that's what's up, and that's where we're all leading to. It's all going to fall apart, and everything you've trusted, you're going to have the rug pulled out from under you. You're going to realize you're deceived. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. There's only one truth in this world.
Well, a lot of things are hiding in plain sight, and I think that's why people were talking about why they're keeping people, they're keeping the races of people in the limelight, and why they're making such a big deal about race. It's because if we're at each other's throats, we won't be looking at what they're doing.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
You're right. That's definitely part. I agree.
You keep the population in chaos, and we won't be focusing on what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. We'll divide and conquer. We'll be like, that's what the whole idea is behind red versus blue, or right versus left, and all that stuff.
Like my favorite. Well, I even have stickers in my merch shop. But yeah, doesn't matter if you're left, right, red, or blue. The government doesn't give a fuck about you.
Yeah,
a line from one of my songs: left, right, red, blue. Doesn't matter what you do. The government doesn't care about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And like the whole, and the other thing too is like the whole Black Lives Matter thing and all that. It plays on everyone in one way or the other. We're all programmed, but programmed differently. So that way we're divisive or whatever. And that's one of those things where they're like, we're like, I think Black people are pretty smart about the whole thing in general. If you're going to like base a whole group of people, they're pretty wise because they've been lied to for so long. So they're less likely to, in my opinion, to buy into the official stories that they're told. But so kudos to them. But like, I think what's going to happen though for a lot of people is they when they buy into that thing, what they hope is that people from a different culture or whatever would say, we were discriminated against, yada yada yada. So but the government's on my side. This college that's accepted me is on my side. So really, I don't think a lot of people really buy into it anyway. But like it's like for example, Soros. I mean, he's an easy guy to pick on. But for Soros, he's not the buddy of all these other people. You know what? They're being used. They're pawns. You know what I'm saying? Like they might act like they're your buddy. Whoever is on the left, they think that all these people are their friends or something, right? But like that's not the goal. You're just going to a different slaughterhouse. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, I mean, you want to go to the right slaughterhouse or the left one, but all those roads lead to the same place. You know what I'm saying? It's that whole government's lying to both sides.
All the people that are running this country are all having Diddy parties, bro.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that goes way back.
Eat the bugs.
Yep, the Diddy party stuff that goes back to Benjamin Franklin. That's not even all the way back, where he was like in those hellfire clubs where they were all dating out over there, and it goes back to like the Knights Templars talking about how they had relations between men and all these other weird things, and then
that's nasty,
right? And the Masons, how they
you don't like to party, man? It's just like anal with a handle. Come on.
You don't like relations with other men.
Catholic Church, it's a cult. It goes all the way back, and part of it is I think it's insulting to God. That's what it comes down to, because God isn't like that, and so they have to do whatever is unpleasing to God. It's like the opposite kind of, you know what I mean? So like, if God's plan is to have men and women that come together, etc., then they want to do the opposite. It's a way of attacking God, it's attacking creation. Kind of like, it reminds me like the Book of Enoch, which I think it might be related back to where they decided to start having relations with human women. I don't think that's because they found them attractive. It's because they wanted to undo creation. They wanted to spoil. It was spoiled because we were special to God, and so they wanted to destroy whatever's special to God.
Well, the Book of Enoch does say that about the women were hot. So there's that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just don't feel like that was probably their rationale, because when they
It might
did
not have
that,
been. I can't blame them. Women aren't too bad for the eyes. Even angels might find them attractive. But
I guess what I'm saying is
it's
like there's
interesting they didn't choose to include that in the Bible. I always thought that was odd.
Right.
yeah, no doubt.
Goes back to Caligula or further.
Caligula from
Apple,
Rome. Oh yeah, he's one of
it's
the
by nature.
nuts. Yep. It's all that like all the people who have power going way back to Babylon, or I don't know. Probably goes all the way back to the garden. You know what I'm saying? Like when evil first started. You know what I mean? Yeah, and those angels that colluded together to form a cabal. That what they were doing was so wicked that they put mutual curses on each other to make sure that they couldn't back out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how wicked it was. Or like you think the Hell's Angels are bad or someone like that or whatever. Man, you go back to the fallen angels. That's where, man, there's not a person born on this earth that was that wicked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, something you just said reminded me of to kind of go back to the drone part. I don't know why, but something you said clicked. But it's the same thing with the drones. Is like back when they did the see, now my brain just went dead. Back in I can't think of the fucking word, but when they in the Roman times when they had they put people out there in the lions. Like at first they couldn't get the lions to even attack the people, and then I don't know the whole story on it, but then that's what the government was doing then, to like, hey, we'll do this for the people, and then they'll be so excited to go watch that they won't be watching this over here. To me, that's kind of what the drones is. They're like, hey, put all this shit up in the sky and distract them.
Yeah.
It's definitely a distraction.
Right. Yeah, good
Most
point.
of the Coliseum games were a distraction because
Coliseum,
people were
that's what the hell,
starving.
that's what I couldn't think of.
People were starving. People were having, people were going insane from lead pipes. I mean, there's a bunch of problems they were having, but the games made them happy. It was a way to distract them.
Yeah. It's kind of like football, or
Coliseum was the word.
Entertainment, movies, all that. It's a distraction.
Yeah, good, dude. Exactly, Pino. Like football. That's why I haven't watched football in 10 years because it's overrated.
Foosball's the devil, Bobby.
Slay. We wouldn't want Abe Day to earhay us, Hawking Day about
the devil, Bobby.
We don't want people seeing what's actually going on. We got mostly peaceful protests.
Actually,
it's just a nice bonfire.
I think it's awesome. Lions, because I mean they've never been in it, so I mean more power. I know it's illusion and all that, but like, wait, go Lions,
what?
man.
Am I?
Oh yeah, what's
about?
Lions? Like they're kicking ass this year, aren't they?
You're talking about the Bible.
Oh no, but go back to the Lions real quick because I don't watch football, but I know they were doing good this year. Are they still doing good? I don't know.
Dave, are they leading their division?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Are they?
They won't lose until the first playoff game.
Yep. I was gonna say, don't get your hopes up.
Right. they're like it's like, no, we're not ready to suck yet. Hold on, give it a couple more months.
Yeah, they got to find a new way to disappoint us. Don't worry.
Exactly.
Lithium will prove to be our downfall, just like lead. Look what lithium is used for. Oh wait, hold on, I lost it.
Batteries.
Look what lithium is used for in medicine and its side effects. That's what's leaching into our water nowadays.
Oh, interesting.
Thanks, Elon. Oh yeah, good point, Navy.
Yeah, he's on it, man.
In fairness, it's not Elon's fault. China is producing enough lithium to poison the entire planet. So
damn,
not just Elon.
Bible talks about like the waters being poisoned too. And like, was I talking to you, Steve? Someone was mentioning about, I don't think it's China or someone, they're interested in the Great Lakes, because like they're the biggest freshwater sources in the world or something.
Yes, they are.
I think it was Dave. Dave was talking about that once, I think.
Yeah, maybe I got it from Dave. Yeah. But yeah, that's a trip because like it talks about wormwood and stuff, like how like a third of the waters will be poisoned, a third of the fish will be poisoned. You know, so it's like if you think about all these hungry people and they're all thirsty and there's the water's, you know, undrinkable and man, it's just not gonna be fun.
Because Dave, weren't you talking about something about that too with up north or something? Or maybe I think they might have stepped away, but James, you might know about
I think
trying to put their business or something in the middle of Michigan up north, but it's like
it was. I think it's Nestle that actually they own a water bottling plant right there by the house where we are in Reed City, and the state of Michigan gave them the water rights for so many million gallons of water every year for I forget what it was, like $600 or $6 or something ridiculous. So essentially, they're paying a company to steal our water and then sell it to us in bottles.
how fucked up is that, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Like, and like, what was Chadwick was saying? They're doing it right in front of our face, or someone was saying that. They're doing it right, and they're just like, look what we're doing. And then I was like, okay, well, give me 3 more bottles. Here's
what you gonna do about it,
right?
Right.
Ruin the water.
Okay.
Nestle has a lot of dirty fingers and a lot of dirty pies. They're a fucked up company.
But in
They
fairness,
all are, man.
In fairness, the Great Lakes are only 21% of the entire planet's fresh water.
Well, unfortunately, our fresh water, 70% of our fresh water supply on the planet is not reachable because it's in the glacial ice sheets above Greenland. That's where most of the fresh water is. But,
well, that's okay.
Yeah, but if you buy Switzerland now, you can get Greenland at 40% off
and a free bank account.
Operators are standing by.
Hey, Brew W. Much love, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm gonna play a shout out video for Brew W and everyone else at the end. But, thank you. I appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate him appreciating you appreciating him.
I appreciate the appreciation of everyone.
And a free toaster. And a free toaster.
And a free toaster. You get a toaster. You get a toaster.
No Coca Pepsi. No Coke.
You get a Nestle's bottle of water. You get Nestle's water.
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger. This shit is funny though, right? But when's it gonna come to the point where they're charging you to breathe? Like, hey, you're breathing our air.
Dude, they make canned air.
What?
Yeah.
They make canned air. Right. Like that product that was in Spaceballs, they actually make a product like that. Damn, it looks like a butane refill, but it's got a little thing that goes in your nostrils. They sell it in stores.
Yeah.
That's genius. That is genius.
Dude, girls sell their dirty bath water. That's where we're living in. 1 ounce of dirty bath water, and they're buying it. You think I'm kidding? I'll pull it up for you.
You can hide that shit all day long.
No, I don't believe you. I've never bought a single ounce of bath water. That's ridiculous.
No, but that bottle of farts still smelled good.
It comes by the gallon, okay?
I knew it was going to say by the gallon.
He's like, I just collect their hair while I'm in line at the supermarket.
Skank water.
If you get lucky, you might get a skin cell or two.
My favorite story of ridiculous stuff like that was the girl who was on either TikTok or whatever. She was OnlyFans, but she was selling her farts in a jar, and she almost died because of how she was doing it, like with the diet. Like she was actually farting in jars, and she almost died from it.
Well, we need production, okay?
Oh yeah, dude, I know what you're talking about, Chadwick. I remember that because she was
lady. That
she
was
went
the
on a
bean
certain
lady.
diet. I mean, she became a millionaire from that shit, but she went on a certain diet just to do the farting, and yeah, she almost died.
Wow.
And I never got my damn refund.
I know you would have thought she could have called China and got a whole factory of kids to fart in jars for her for way cheaper than doing.
I was thinking.
But she has integrity in her business.
Like
outsourcing.
American made. American made. She's
I would
Yeah,
love to see the
American made.
process of how that's done. How do you fart in a jar, man?
probably made in America.
Yeah, how
Dude,
do
I
you do
thought that
that?
shit was a joke when I first heard about it, and then when
I
I
couldn't.
found out
I thought it was so
real,
stupid, and then I thought it was so stupid, and then I heard she got like $7 million from it. I'm like, you've got to be shitting me.
exactly. Yep. And then when I heard all that and realized it was actually real, and she actually like got rich off it, I was like, we're fucked, man. We're fucked.
It disgusting, dude. Here's my point. It costs on average, just on average, it costs $11,000 to grant a child's wish for Make-A-Wish. And a Make-A-Wish trip can make the difference in a child's life who's going through terminal illness. $11,000 it costs, and we got people making $7 million off selling farts in a jar.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
That shit
Think
drives
about
me
that.
fucking insane.
Think about that for a second. So, yeah, that is fucked up.
You know, it's
I
messed
want to know
up.
how
Is who's
they did
buying
it. Like a balloon or something. You know what I mean? Or was it like a pipe or
No,
like,
it was a jar. Like
It was in a jar. You just
like a
fart,
mason jar? Or
fart
something?
yeah,
in a
like a
jar.
mason jar. She would
I
take
figured
mason
it out,
jar
dude.
and she would do it on video. She would actually on video like fart in the jar, cap it, seal it. And
Damn.
people were paying, I don't know, like $100 or some shit a jar. It was crazy.
Why would you want that? You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. What I don't get it, but that's when I came to the realization that we're fucked.
Why wouldn't you want that? I don't understand.
No, who doesn't want that?
Wait,
Right.
I'm confused. You guys are talking about why. I'm talking about why wouldn't you?
Yeah, do tell
got
more
7
about
of
this
them.
fart in the jar you speak of.
Oh,
I got 7 I've been holding on to. I don't want to waste them.
Right. There's like a fine wine.
You have peak my
This
interest.
is a very rare vintage 98. It's poignant yet not overbearing.
Dude,
It
this
pairs
one's
well with
called-
lemons or something.
This one's from 1993, and it's called the Wet Burrito.
Yeah.
The wet
This one
burrito.
pairs. This one pairs very
Pioneer, the
well.
wet burrito.
We recommend the Thunderbird or the Night Train with this one. The Mad Dog 2020 is also excellent with this vintage.
Right.
God, screw that.
That's got to be a California thing.
What's that?
The saving your farts like they're vintage or something, you know? This one is 6 years old. I've used this one for 10 years.
Would you like to smell
we
the
just
cork?
I mean, I think we just put avocado on sandwiches. I think you're way off, but
All right, maybe Frisco. I'm sorry. Maybe not all of California.
yeah, that's probably more like it. Once you get a little further south, at least past Bakersfield. I think everything south of Bakersfield is like Satan's asshole. So
I was thinking of the South Park episode where they're farting.
Might I recommend the bean burrito? It's especially
Dude, Frisco's a whole. I tell you what, Frisco's a whole different animal. For a while, it was really bad as far as being like hippie and yuppies and stuff. But now you go there and it's like it looks like the bus stop from Total Recall. Like there's so many. It's nothing but bums and like and it's like it's what Portland became. You know, it's like rivers of human shit flowing through the street. It's like Brazil. It's fucking horrible.
That is disgusting.
Yeah,
It's literally exactly the same as the favelas in Brazil, where you'll have one street that's all rich, hoity-toity, like upper class, white collar, and then the next street over is the middle of the Tenderloin, where people are dying of overdoses in the street. You see them like passed out, you know, going through ODs in the middle of the street and stuff. It like back to back to back. It's horrible.
I heard the Safeway there is like everything's locked up or something, or they have like, is it there or the hospital or something where they have like the alarms when you go, like the metal detectors to get in or something?
I imagine they had such bad flash, what do they call it, flash robs or whatever, where people were going in and stealing everything.
The Safeway
for the farting.
They're actually closing that Safeway you're talking about.
I try to avoid the city.
Oh yeah,
They're
the Safeway. Oh, they are. Oh damn.
The crime. They've killed that store.
Oh man, that's a great. That Safeway is so like so well built too. It's got like the stone. It's really cool looking too. Yeah.
I just saw that like
I try to avoid the city. The city's terrible, man. I try to avoid it at all costs.
I think the the area down by like Pier 39, like there's some old school restaurants that aren't there anymore too. Like they said,
a lot of them close. A ton of them close. Like everything down on the wharf is gone.
damn.
I got something for you.
Here's what they should do: is move them out to Alcatraz. They already got the prison out there anyway.
Just rename it Fentanyl Island. Just send them out to Fentanyl Island and let them do their thing.
Right, Sentinel. Are you saying Sentinel Island, James?
It took her 5 years to get.
I know where that is. That's like
We'll
in
just rename it.
Yeah, Sentinel Island. That's crazy.
Belle Delphini earned over $90,000 selling jars of her bathwater in 2019.
Jars.
Hey, it took her 5 years to finally get her money for that.
Yep, they paid her.
Damn.
I remember her too, the Dell, whatever her name is. But yeah, that was the bathwater chick. That's
Gamer Girl bathwater, $30 a piece.
I had problems with PayPal, same thing, but only like a couple $100 for a job. But that's why I stopped using them.
Damn it, Elon.
So she sold them for $35 each.
That's a steal. $35?
She got a $2,500 fine.
I've been paying $50 for my bathwater.
So before she knew it, she lost everything. Did they even own your bathwater?
Right.
Yeah. $35. I've never paid more than $25 in my life. That's
what I'm saying.
Exactly. That's highway thievery.
There's a bionomics for you right there.
Now I know my
bathwater. Thanks, Obama. God.
Just shows you how nasty the world has become.
Yeah, people are depraved, but we've always been depraved.
It's a symptom of acceptance and people never being punched in the face.
Well, gentlemen, I must bid you all a fond adieu. Hasta lasagna, people. Woohoo!
What's up, Peanut?
Until next time.
Right on, Peanut. Thanks for coming up, brother. Much love, man.
Much love right back. Aloha. Thanks for having me up, Steve. Later, Dave.
Later, brother.
Later, James. Later, Fortune Thought.
Later.
Everyone in the
Later.
chat.
Take care.
Bye, guys. Woohoo!
And everyone in chat, go check out Peanut's channel. It's The Nut House. The Nut House. He's got great videos.
I had it somewhere in the chat. I closed the YouTube sign. It's too late.
Yeah, Renna, Faith by Nature, if you want to, if you email me at steveharloha@gmail.com, send me the link. I'll put it in the chat for you. I gotta remove all the people I got wrenched now because somehow somebody freaking blocked Cheryl, and I'm glad I found out about it, but I would never block Cheryl.
I got to roll before too long here.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're getting ready to close out anyway because 3.5 hours. What the hell, dude? Feels like maybe an hour and a half to me because I don't know. This is like my fun time. This is my off time from work. This is what I look forward to doing. So it goes by quick. Time flies when you're having fun, right?
I just wanted to say I appreciate you guys, the birthday wishes and super chats and all that. Did we hit our goal, Steve?
No. Oh wait, let me check.
Close.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8.
That's
still
good.
That's awesome. And I'm gonna play a shout out to everyone at once before we close out. But I want to see if
Well, we're waiting.
Oh yeah, and everyone also go check out Fortune Thought's channel because dude, Fortune Thought also does comedy, and the dude is funny as shit.
Yeah, I've been editing a bunch of long forms the last couple of days, so shit's coming out here in a few days.
If you guys would, before you head out, if you could smash that like, subscribe, notify. We'd love to have it back.
We got 56 likes, which is awesome. Thank you everyone that hit the like, and make sure you're still subscribed because I just found out the 11th person, and it's only Thursday, so in 4 days I found out 11 people that somehow YouTube unsubscribed me from, which is bullshit. Let me decide if I want to unsubscribe from someone or not.
What's up, the real deal?
Another thing I noticed or I forgot that they were doing. I've seen it actually. A bunch of channels have said it's been happening. They'll still be subscribed to a channel, but their bell notifications will be turned off, so they're never getting notifications. So make sure that your
Exactly.
notifications are still on for channels as well.
That's happening to me too.
Yep. Yeah, and much love, Subplanter. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. It's always good to see you.
Yeah, he was
And
hilarious.
everyone in chat. And Cheryl, I apologize again. I'm so sorry, and I'm glad you're here.
I want to also thank my brother for coming on and
Hey, it's
for
been
his first
fun.
time enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it, guys. Thanks for having me very much.
Yeah, thank you, brother. And you definitely got to come on again, man. You're welcome. Anytime.
Love to. We talk. We
Both
can
you
shoot
guys,
the
you and
anytime.
Chadwick.
Yeah, fucking me.
We're doing final thoughts.
I was gonna say, I know this will be James' first time with final thoughts, so we'll let Chadwick go first. For final thoughts.
I think I'll end with what I always end with. Never hide what's on your mind. Life would be much better if we put everything out in the world for people to see, get it all out on the table, so you could either get over it, get around it, or get through it. Don't hide what's on your mind. If you got something to say it twice.
Fair enough.
Yeah, right on. I agree with that.
And I guess I'll just end with, I encourage people to get as much information as they can, think for themselves, do what you think is right, and just try to support other people that you think are doing the right thing as well. And that way we'll all get along and we'll all get through this together, because the world's a weird place. So let's just stick together and be good to each other, and we can make it a little bit better. That's it.
Hear, hear.
Yeah.
Mine is a Bible verse that says, "What does it profit a man to gain the whole world, but to lose his soul?" So no matter, I've been thinking about it a lot lately about monetary things, money, and I'm watching my mom stuff, and she'd probably trade everything she had just to be able to feel better and to walk and be back to normal. So that kind of stuff doesn't matter, man. Don't trade your soul for the things of this world, man. It's not worth it. Keep your eyes up. Try to keep your head up. Love you guys, man. Thanks for showing up, and for my birthday and for Steve's podcast. Appreciate you all.
Happy birthday, dude.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Dave, and shout out to everyone. And before I get my final thoughts, I do want to give one final shout out to everyone that gave a super chat. You guys all rock. I appreciate every single one of you. And here we go.
Much love for the super chat. Super chat, super chat, super chat. Much love for the super chat. Much love for the super chat. Super chat.
And stay positive, because the more you think about negative things, more negative things are going to happen. The more you think about positive things are going to happen. And at the end of the day, we all have more in common than we don't. So again, with the negative, don't focus on the negative shit. Don't focus on the little things we don't have in common. Focus on all the things we do have in common. We can all make the world a better place together. So with that being said, I love all you guys. Have a beautiful morning, beautiful day, beautiful afternoon, beautiful evening, a beautiful night, whatever it may be, wherever you are. Much love, much aloha, and most importantly, God bless. And guys, hang out real quick. Don't leave. We'll talk back.
How's everybody doing now?
I guess right after high school, ended up joining the army.
You guys seem way more chill than that intro. I'm ready to take the fucking country back. I don't even live there.
Dude, we should get a boxing match going.
Smack the shit out.
That sounded wrong. I have to highlight that one. Oh.
stay the hell out of the left lane if you're not passing.
You're so salty about this drive.
Finally, a law that I can get you from. You're driving in the left lane, it's punishable by death.
You don't have to have a massive channel to make an impact, you know?
Steve, you smoke like a girl.
Always there.
I do not sound like Jalen.
And then I drop the wheelchair jokes. He's like, just fuck him.
You know, that's what the whole freedom of speech is.
That's a good point. Everybody gets a
You don't have to agree with it, but you best defend their right to do it.
You don't know your rights. You don't have any.
We just got a bidet.
The Constitution doesn't give you rights. You have natural.
Bidet would change your life.
But the Constitution protects you.
You'll never go back.
Little horny bastard, you ruined it for everybody.
I bet he wanted to knock him up.
It's because they are raised identity nerds. Teach these government nerds that all swear an oath to it what our freedoms are because they're so lazy they don't.
I had a fun night. I haven't laughed that hard in a long time.
You know, don't live on the past or take the present for granted and only think about the future.
People are wearing blinders. They don't understand what.
I'm not going to apologize for that.
Calling him an idiot.
I'm really disappointed in you.
Something we just didn't agree on.
And all my money on you.
I'm guilty of inviting my constitutional right.
They don't like. They don't have. Love y'all.
You know, never use that.
I don't think that God sees different races.
We lost a lot of people during COVID, and most of them are still alive.
There's lots of weird stuff going on here.
Close your eyes if you're squeamish. And shout out to LSP and Days Not Here, man. And you guys were very generous with the super chats, and I love you guys. And
Appreciate everyone in chat. It's fun to talk about things and try to figure things out.
Welcome to Harloha and Days Not Here, man.
We've talked about some crazy stuff tonight. I love to see different people's takes on different subjects. Much love to y'all. Stay prayed up, man. God is good. Love each other and be kind.
Much love, much aloha, and most important, God bless.
Deep in the YouTube stream we dive. Real connections keep us alive. Comments echo through the night. Spread the love, it feels
that's a
so
banger
right.
right there.